right, so welcome back everyone to session number 69
Nice.
of our Heart of Mora campaign.
We done.
So before we get started with our session tonight, we'll do a quick little recap and then we will get into our game. So, where last we left off, you guys had traveled your way to Fort George to face the impending orc hordes that were moving south to terrorize and destroy Freeheart Port. You had planned, made some defenses, and begun to wait. In scouting, you learned that the army was coming. It arrived in the morning, and a battle began. You guys fought many an orc, slayed many, but they were too much, and you were forced to flee. As the remaining orcs burned and destroyed that which was left of Fort George, Vignar taking the newts and Vashira into the woods of Tulgo, the rest of you fleeing back to Freeheart Port. Beaten, bloodied. You guys made your way back. You found your way to the keep where you reported things and discussed things with Lex. Davina sending a message to Vignar ensuring that he was okay and safe. So as you guys split apart into the city to your respective areas, paying tribute, some of you, to the loss of Faltrina and Fronzono, who fell in battle. That is where we will begin our session for today. Barrett, as you and Atanda as she helps you grieve, gives you good company. You hear knocking on your door, kind of like, Master Barrett, there is a package here from the smithy for you. Shall I leave it at your doorstep?
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon.
Oh, I can grab it.
Thanks, Dad.
Opens it up.
Ooh, an interesting
She
relationship.
kind of like, have this little chest.
I didn't think you'd be done that so soon.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, look at that. Box boys over here.
What did you get?
Something to show my family when I see them next.
You're so sweet.
Honestly, I forgot that I got him to do that.
I think you suffered one too many blows in the head today.
I think I need to sleep.
We will wait till morning. There's not much time left in the day anyways, just rest. Done enough.
I don't want to be woken up anytime soon.
I will lay with you. You guys cuddle back together under the covers. So as the day drifts, the hours go by. Vignar, as your eyes dart from one lizard to another, the feverish pounding of rock, stone, bone echo through your head. You look upward. You see the open skies. Feel the cold breeze upon your scales. Your eyes close softly as the feeling nourishes you. Your mind drifts in thought and in memory as the sound quiets around you. Only the sound of the wind now, and the thoughts in your mind. You feel a pulse within your chest as your heart suddenly begins to race. Your body feels heavy and immense. You feel yourself falling through skies from high above. You clench muscles that seem new in the moment, but deeply familiar, as if you've lost use of your legs and suddenly regained them. With a heavy push, you beat a large set of heavy, leathery wings against the pull of Mora. Sharp pain rushes through your back as you struggle against the weight of the fall. Your eyes widen as you see a large body of water before you. You continue to plunge heavily through the air towards the water. You hear a voice shout toward you as you fall. "Mouth, no!" You know the voice, for it is that of a blade singer and your trainer. The name Mouth, it is your own. Mouth Itothok, the name given to you by this man, this elven blade singer. That's Maof Itothok.
THOK.
Yep. A sudden jolt of pain crashes across your body as you plunge through the water's surface. You sink quickly and struggle to find energy to swim against the pull of the ocean. As you look below, only darkness do you see as your eyes fade. The same voice calls again to you, muddled at first, but then clear as ever. "Oosk!" You hear Lucian's voice pound as your one good eye pops open. The soft glow of magical light illuminating a dark, wet cavern around you. From your back, you cough water from your lungs as you regain your breath. You see Timdell in the darkness as you feel her small arms squeeze your scar-ridden scales. Several tears roll from her eyes and catch between the deep scars, stinging them with their salty liquid. Lucian pats you, and you hear the words of relief escape his lips. "Thought we'd lost you, old boy." A rush fills you as you look upon his hand and see his blue skin match that of your own scales. For a moment, the two look as one, together. You look up again and see him reaching his hand through thick bars of adamantine. You feel a tug against your neck as your restraints are tightened from your own pull. Lucian? Or someone else? The man turns and leaves, walking down a long, wide hall of stone, his footsteps echoing. You watch as more elves of his kind pass through, looking at the cell across from you, empty and awaiting its occupant. Another dragon. Time passes, for long, but the red dragon never returns. Your eyes shut as you eventually fall asleep. You rest and think upon your days before your wings were broken, the time when you soared and were feared by young blade singers looking to make their mark upon the dragon god. Many you slew and proved your might in the challenges for many long years. Now you are kept only for your past deeds, with hope your loins hold greatness within them, watching as other dragons are slowly replaced by younger ones, thinking all the while when your time will come as well. Your thoughts are interrupted by a sudden crashing beyond. You hear screams of agony. Several elves flee past your cell in horror. You can hear the clashing of swords and magic from beyond. A dragon has gotten free. It has happened before, but this time feels different. Your heart begins to beat harder than it has in many years as you see Rodania's fire moon running down the hall toward your cell, his arms clutching a large object wrapped in cloth. He stops as he passes your cell and looks upon you. You see fear in his eyes, those dark moon elf eyes. Wet with tears, he looks upon you one last time and then runs. You watch as he gets smaller and smaller as he runs away. You hear draconic cries, pain echoing down the hall toward you, and fear the worst. The heavy pounding steps of the large red dragon Razna come to rest before the cells of the other dragons and yours. Cries of rebellion and peace clash around the blood-soaked red dragon as he looks judgingly at his own kin, who shout toward him for freedom and mercy. He lifts his chest up and speaks.
You are all pathetic. Have you all forgotten the purpose of the dragon? We are the guardians of the realm. We alone. These pathetic creatures are lesser, and we are treated like cattle. I will reap vengeance upon these elves for everything they have put us through. They claim to worship us, and like pitiful worms you allow them and all they have taken from us. It is because of you we are at the bottom. Today, I right this wrong for all time. For only I, Razna, am worthy to protect this realm. You will rot here in the prisons you have created for yourselves, and I will rule this plane alone, and for all time.
Looking at you deeply, glaring with anger. One last time before he leaves, never to be seen again. The weeks and months that came to pass after long, you watched and listened as one by one your fellow dragons died, until only you remained, the oldest, the broken. You prayed to Rodan, prayed night and day to him, until your eyes did close, never to open again. Endless darkness cursed your soul until one day, pulse was felt. A voice, cruel and evil, suddenly shot into your mind like a bolt of lightning.
Disintegrate!
It echoed for what felt like minutes before suddenly you felt the breath of life once more. And a body, but not your own. You open your eyes like a newborn child. You see people you know as friends around you, within a tower, and you have strange memories collide with your own. You are not alone in this body. A voice escapes your lips that is not your own, and you know this to be Usk Soriv. Your head turns over one shoulder to see a wet swamplands before you. Your eyes dart wildly as your legs run faster than they've ever run before. You see the tiny footsteps of a gnome through the small moss and muck and foggy marshlands. Your nose smells the wet fur of a tabaxi in the air as your eyes follow the scent to a rope tied around a tree leading into a deep pool. You feel the rage within you as you rush forward, sliding into the water, your vision blocked. You feel around until a thin arm touches your hand. You grab on tightly, and with one great pull you heave toward the surface, pulling free Kushagra and Timdel from certain death. A voice cruel and evil shoots into your mind once more.
Disintegrate!
You now stand before this man within a dark cavern. Claptus Ronius. You feel the presence of Usk leave the body and step forth into echo form. You see the other 5 party members, each of which this man has wronged as well, but none are more deserving to end the life of Claptus Ronius than Usk Soriv. You hear the deep growl of Usk escape.
Eye for eye.
Before he plunges his thumb into the eye of the wizard Claptus Ronius. Now you stand alone within the once body of Usk Soriv, surrounded by his kin. The cold wind ceases as a voice growls inquiringly below your large stature.
Vignar, we have dug through into a chamber. What we do now?
As you look and see Jonk standing before you, mud crosses fire-burned face.
Now we rest.
Gives a few orders for a few lizards to keep watch. See Vashira sleeping, coiled up, meat around her and blood across her face. See the sun slowly setting as night takes over.
Who's gonna hurt? Vic.
Oh,
Got too much going on. So much going on. Memories. Yeah, Vic's gonna gather up Vashira, get her down the hole into the caverns. We will rest.
So you head down. Each one of you rest. Unless there's anything else you guys need to be taken care of before the night ends.
No. Oh, I think I might make sure that Kushagar is resting in a bed, though.
Okay, last you saw him, he was at the gates, so if you go...
I'll go back to the cave, too.
You can slumped against, maybe falling, maybe asleep or
I
not,
don't think I'll sleep tonight.
just against the wall.
Shagar, are you not coming to sleep?
Tim? What are you doing up?
It's not bedtime yet. Actually, it's probably past my bedtime.
I'm not sure if the orcs might still follow us yet. I think I'd like to be here tonight
Okay.
until we can fortify this wall. I'll be okay.
I'll walk off, but I want to go to the keep and find a blanket or something like that and bring it back to you.
Comes back an hour later.
What? Why so long?
Oh, it's a big city. Half an hour there, half an hour back.
I only do walk about 3 steps a second, so...
John Wayne in it does the whole
Yeah, exactly.
Under an hour. How about that?
Oh, my
So when I'm looking for a blanket.
I mean, my legs are so short that I can't move that
I
fast.
know.
But yeah, blanket. If he's asleep when I come back, I'll just put it on you and walk away.
I pretend to be asleep so she can tuck me in.
I give a little scratch behind the ear.
You're one of the guards. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry.
He's sleeping. God.
Right, we'll keep him watch. My
You're
apologies.
fucking lawyer.
I want to walk off.
Keep those torches high, lad.
How many guards are on the wall?
I'd say 6.
6.
Well, there's a tower
Oh,
and
sorry,
then
in the
just the
tower.
gate, so there's 4 down, 2 up.
I'm walking away. I'm good. I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, Cabana just cried herself to sleep. So. I've been there, done that.
What phase is the moon in?
69 fucking sessions.
What's the moon phase,
It's the
man?
moon phase. I'm just
We're
curious.
Sagittarius.
If 20 is full, it's 16.
That's 16? Okay.
Coming up.
That's fair. It's got a little
So, full moon in 4 days.
Yeah.
Which hemisphere are we on?
Sure.
Where's Mercury?
What way is the
retrograde?
planet
You're
spinning?
definitely in the northern hemisphere.
Are we tilted right or left?
Where the tree is, I'm just going to set up a little sort of bedding and lay down under the
I didn't know he was there. I also would buy you a blanket too, but
That's okay. Got my
You
bedroll.
don't really know where he is. He went off into the city to find a tree, a fitting tree. Right as each one of you drifts into sleep. Eventually, you awake to the morning. Tea day. 4th tea day of Kuala.
Pull some hit die.
Yep, you complete your long rests.
Oh, thank God.
I know, right?
And
I like the way you check on that.
Are you healing
Oh my God. Yes.
in terms of short rest healing type stuff, or that's fine if you want to.
What is it again? I'm trying to remember.
You just get 1 max hit die plus your con plus your luck.
you only roll during a short rest.
Okay.
That would allow if you had short rests to take a bunch if you wanted
Yeah, I
to.
definitely would like to do that.
So yeah. And then you recover half of your spent hit die on your long rest.
Right, that's it. Okay.
So
Scheiße.
One full hit die plus your con, right?
Plus your level.
Oh, plus your level, great. Oh, wonderful.
I wrote it down last time because I could never
I'm
remember.
still fairly sore.
Plus con.
Wait,
full
52
dex con,
plus-
12.
Next down, my cape is back.
So that's 61.
I don't have to sleep for that.
52
Get it back.
plus
And then
just dawn.
plus
Yeah.
8 plus 2. Almost at 4.
15, 14.
Yeah,
16.
So morning. Does anybody have anything that they particularly want to be doing?
When I get up, I want to start trying to see if I can gather everybody together.
Say at bare minimum, you'll be able to find out that Kushagra's at the wall, and provided that anyone is going back to the keep at some point, that'll be relatively easy. But if you're staying at the wall, then it's different.
Sorry, I'm at the outer gate, right? Not at the
Yeah.
keep. Okay.
Are you returning to the keep?
But let's say you're able to find
We return to the
Davina,
keep, yeah.
Tyndall,
I'm at
Lucian if he's at the keep as well.
Gaius and Green are at the keep.
So everybody except for Kushagra. I'm gonna go to Tyndale. Before we get to into the day proper, I want to be truthful with you.
Sure. Yeah.
When we were fighting in the darkness, I seen it.
Me fighting? Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I seen it.
How?
I don't know. Possibly the same way that I can actually see Bree in her actual self. But when you pulled power from it, when we were in the darkness, and only me and you could see, I seen the full object.
Are you a gnome?
Not that I know of.
That means you have true sight.
I mean, makes a lot more sense. I'm done hiding things.
I wouldn't consider that hiding buried. We have had no time to talk.
If I would have kept it to myself, it would have been lying by omission.
Sure, yeah. I feel more comfortable knowing you can see it as well, definitely. Thanks, Barrett. I appreciate it. That means you can protect it with a stronger heart.
Still can't probably lift it for the hell of me. but-
No, it would be immobile for you,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Gnomish hands with the magic touch.
You better hit the gym.
Lex, shut up.
Can you? I'm gonna go find the rest, everybody else. Can you gather everybody to the chambers?
Sure, yeah. Lavina's probably just upstairs. Lucian, I don't know where, but I'll go find Kushagra. He's just at the gate, but I'm not sure he'll leave. He's adamant on waiting for the orcs in case they arrive. But there are guards there, so hopefully I can convince him.
Thank you. I'm gonna go up to where Gaius and Davina are next.
So you guys are up in the Solar, most likely. Grab a map just in case you guys are not as familiar. Up in there, where you guys have like a private sitting area and some
Yeah.
couches, and it's quite comfortable.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Who is it?
Housekeeping?
This early?
I roll my eyes. Come in, Barrett.
I won't. Well, at least you guys are decent.
She's probably like,
Oh, she's not. She has a blanket on. That's it.
Morning.
Morning, Gaius. Don't take this personal. Team meeting in a little bit. Kind of just out in the Solara.
Do you want to close the blanket up?
Did just try to work with this thing.
All right. I'll get dressed and head out.
Do you know where Lucian is?
I don't. I came up here and we got back and fell into a deep meditation.
Your eyes are like bloodshot.
Oh yeah, they're
super
like puffy and like bloodshot. Like
I know that feeling.
Oh, damn me.
Do you know where your son is?
You heard he mentioned he was going to pay his respects in his own way, so maybe I didn't see him at the church, but it might be a good place to start looking.
I'll see if he's around here before I venture off any further. I'm gonna start looking around to see if Lucian's somewhere in the keep before.
So you probably had a really rough sleep outside on the ground, but if you make your way back to the keep, say at some point, you're scuffling around, you see him come through the doors.
You look how I feel.
I've been better, but time of morning.
I think all of us have been better. I'm calling kind of a team meeting in the Solar in the next little bit. Do you mind?
I'll be there.
Thank you.
Kuchara, Barrett wants to. Oh, good morning. So sorry.
Kusharga's actually not at the gate.
Oh, then let's
So,
fuck on.
so the card you see there would just be like, it's weird doing your job. But, he left a few hours ago. He said he needed to do something in the keep.
Oh. Okay, well that's convenient. Thank you. I'll have
So,
to commend it. Bye bye.
Like early in the morning, having not slept throughout the night, I would have gone in and had a bath because I don't usually like to be seen wet as a wet cat. So in the early hours of the morning, but I needed a bath, so I went and went to the baths. So I had a hot bath. I'd also like to have sent away my clothes for mending and cleaning.
Yep.
And my armor for probably also mending and polishing.
Okay, so I would say dropping by the blacksmith would cover those bases, in the bathhouse is used to having that sort of thing taken care of for mending, for clothes, yeah. Easy enough. I mean, you guys have people that work in the keep.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Not at all.
I was just trying to expedite things.
Can't find Kuchara. He said that he's somewhere in the keep though. The guard at the front said that he went here. So I'll look around.
Or I'll just meet in the Solar in
Sure.
a little bit. Thanks.
Okay, so having dried yourself, because there are towels in the baths, eventually you would find them either wandering around the courtyard or where have you.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'll just be wearing simple.
Towel.
No, not too sexy.
Like a tunic.
Just probably just even like simple pants.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
Kuchara.
It's okay. I'm wearing pants. It's okay.
Oh, pants.
I'm also a cat, so I'm covered in fur.
Yeah, it's amazing uncomfortable.
Too much fur.
Everything does.
It's like all nice and shiny,
Yeah.
combed down.
Actually, I should probably do that.
It was necessary for me. It's usually I clean
Still
myself out and
caked in blood, imaginedly. Your bed probably looks like a horror scene if you slept in a bed.
I had to wash away more than just blood and muck. It was I highly recommend the baths.
Okay, meet in the Solaire. Barrett wants to have a meeting town. I'll be there in 5. I'm gonna go with that.
Quick rinse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Davina's going to make her way downstairs and get her and guys some breakfast, and then head back to the salon.
You guys come up with like a tray of food and a few croissants and some cheese and things like that.
Some meats.
Little breakfast spread.
Jackaroo
Spread.
I don't think
Bowl of scrambled eggs.
I'm safe there.
So eventually, though, you guys all gather in Solar.
Barrett, you call the team meeting?
Just the 5.
Yeah. I have something for everybody.
And he's open ice under her eyes.
I pull out the box. I had this made before we left, but
What is it? Ooh, I like shiny things.
it is a Heart of Mora with all of our names on it. Lucian.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna cry.
This is so cute.
Oh my
Sit him down. It wants to unwind.
Who's the other one?
Do you want some help?
Tiny gnomish hands, get in there.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's to him down.
This is. Oh, it says Mora. This one just says Mora on it.
That one's full.
Not.
For the gods.
Yeah.
Throw it out the window.
This one is for Davina.
Oh, thank you. It's so pretty.
Yes.
I was literally
pointing
thinking
at
one for you.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Give her a toss.
oh my god, wait.
Oh, I like
Oh my
mine. It's
god,
like
they
a
all
dagger.
fit together!
They all make a heart.
That's so cool!
Stop.
And unfortunately, I have an extra one here for Vignar, but I'll put that back in the case.
Oh, go together. No, you don't.
Oh, damn it.
Barrett, it's a
Thank you, Barrett.
beautiful.
Oh shit, mine's on backwards.
And I figured I'd
This is a ring, right?
Yeah.
also come clean.
1 second. Too busy.
Self-compassion.
That's why there's presents. There's bad news coming.
I mean, if you know
yes.
anything about me, it's butter up first.
Well, it worked.
I'm full of bad now.
listening.
You
You
can
may
buy
cook me.
shiny thing. Davina loves shiny things.
I have too much hair.
I have too much anxiety. There, got
We all have our troubles.
Alright, Barrett, what did you do this time?
it. No, you still have to wait. I'm not done. Oh, sweet Jesus, Davina, help me.
I got you. You're going to have to lift up your blood. Actually, it's not blood soaked anymore. Sopping wet hair.
It's not blood soaked anymore.
You'll have to let me brush it once this
Won't
is
fit
done.
over your head as is.
There we go.
Thank you.
I got
You do a short one.
We got fat heads. Yay, fat heads.
1 second. I know this is very personal.
You'll get everything.
Sure.
No, it's very
No,
nice.
that
This
was
is
for
so
me.
cute.
That's a secret.
Oh,
Yeah,
brother.
that's a good one.
dope, man. This is so cool.
I love the idea.
That's very good.
Choke him
It's
out.
in a weird place. You can't
Choke him out.
I'm so sorry. I'll let you fix it.
I haven't even learned it yet.
He hasn't earned it yet.
No.
Where's yours?
I got mine right here. So, 7 pieces. The six of us, and and one that says Mora, the Heart of Mora.
Is that one at the center?
That's the center. That's this extra one. But yeah, I got.
That was very thoughtful, Barrett. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Barrett.
thank you. Now I like shiny things.
But it is not the main reason why I kind of. I'm done hiding secrets and half-truths and hiding behind my tongue. What happened at the King's Guild the night we took the city with the Baron Duke was 100% my fault.
Oh, so.
The night before, when I said that I was recklessly flying around, and that's what warned them, was not the case. I don't know why I got it into my head that if I just offered a hand out, that it would help the situation. But I went and seen the princess.
You what?
Did you sleep with the princess?
No, I
Is that why
know.
they came after you?
She's underage.
Oh, that's why they came after you.
That's why they were able to see through all of my lies, all of my vestiges that I try to put up, and knew that I was around the...
I don't understand. So you break in, which... I'd like to have all my questions answered, though, before I make a call on how I feel about this. Why go see her? And furthermore, we were told... My recollection is bad, but we were told that they knew that Gaius was here in Free Heart, and that's why they came.
Well, I got tripped up in my own lies and thought we were going elsewhere with him, so I fed them the wrong spot, which ended up being actually the truth.
You ratted him out.
Unfortunately, it was my mistake of slipping up on my own lie.
We got lucky it came the way it did, and went the way it did.
I know.
It could have gone south.
You see tears well up into Vina's eyes again, and she just...
Why did you go see her?
I thought with the report that she had an assassination on her head, and in my mind, I thought maybe if she was looking for help, of maybe she knew about it, and the reason why she took Gaius, and the reason why she was so gung-ho about getting him back, but she was afraid. So I seen a lot of what happened when I left the mainland and left my mother, and how I wish I had somebody that reached out when I ran. I put it onto her, and I was wrong.
Did you expect to gain from this?
I don't know. It was selfish.
I, for one, appreciate you coming forward with this information. But this does not put you in great light, Barrett, regardless of the gift.
No, it's... And I'm keeping
it.
I hid it out of my own shame of getting caught in my own lies, and then when all this actually, when we fell into this and everything went the way it did, I was ecstatic in the fact that, like, the people that know why they were sent here are dead. No one's going to find out.
You know, this could have gone horribly wrong.
I know.
It was either the most brilliant plan you could have laid, or the most foolish plan ever possibly conceived.
You put this baby in danger. And all of us.
And Gaius and Yospit, who could have lived their days out in the King's Guild happy and safe.
I know. And after all that transpired, with Vig leaving and Faltrina and Fronzono being slain, it would have been just so easy just to keep holding on to my secrets, holding on to, and just letting it drift in the darkness, but I can't anymore.
We wouldn't have fought in that war. We would have had nothing.
It's all on me, I know.
I feel sick.
think that our ruse in the King's Guild would have been ousted eventually. It was a matter of time, and we were lucky to have handled ourselves well that day. No one was hurt.
The outcome was incredibly lucky.
And Barrett is right. He could have just kept this to himself forever.
I agree.
We would have been nothing. We would have never known. Everything would have been fine. So I'm glad you're telling us the truth.
It shows great courage.
It's not courage.
Courage to come forward
I'm
after your sins have already been.
Admitting your mistakes does take courage.
always been a coward.
No more.
Always have. Just a coward now with a conscience.
It's better than a coward without.
Is it?
Greatly so.
I count 5 people sitting around us right now. One of us chose not to be here.
I won't praise your...
I don't expect.
Can I finish?
I'm sorry.
But thank you for telling us.
I need some time.
I promise, from now until my dying breath, no more secrets and half-truths.
Thought we did that already.
I didn't realize how much pain I can cause. Keeping those lies and half-truths and using my silver tongue to sway people's emotions and gaslight them and keep them thinking the way I want. It's not how I want to be anymore.
So tell everyone about your gift.
While we were fighting the orcs, when me and Tyndale were fighting side by side in the darkness, she drove the power from the Hajum, and when she...
But I don't want everyone to think that I was keeping that from you on purpose. Honestly, we really haven't had a chance to talk about it. You've all seen me do it before. It wasn't the first time. And you had all the power I could get.
Unlike the other times that when we've first come across it at the sword, and some of the other, before we came back here, I actually seen it this time.
How?
Probably the same reason why I could see your sister's true self.
What?
Tim called it true sight.
Interesting.
How long have you had this for?
Slowly, this true sight.
Well, some of us, we can all see in the dark fairly, not easily, but more than humans and others. Soon after, it was before we got to the sword, that grayscale that you see when you're looking in the darkness disappeared from me. It was just clear as day. And then now I can see the Hajum breeze real self as a changeling.
This must be our proximity to the heart, to Hajun.
It's infernal in nature, actually. When, at some point, when I kind of questioned it myself, the voice of my father rung my ears saying, no one could hide from us now.
Please tell me you did make a deal with him. Another deal. With him.
I've not made any more deal, but he continues to put power into me. I'm getting stronger by his power.
Do not fall victim to his temptations.
Nothing can be hidden from the man who hides things.
Is that all others is hidden?
All I came across so far.
But with the power of your new gift, I mean, I was granted more power when the Hajun was in our possession as well. So I think what Kushaga is saying is true. If you think that it was him, then I can't stop you from doing that, but I think the alternative might be more...
He's a known manipulator.
True.
Just because he says that he grants you the power doesn't necessarily mean that.
That's true.
What makes me question even more about myself is the first time that I changed forms, I had no control. And I wasn't able to achieve that form again while the sword was sedated when I used that power when I shockwave of necrotic energy. When I used it at the battle with the orcs, I could still change afterwards. I think the bond between me and him are stronger than I even thought.
Again, that could just be adrenaline, like the mothers lifting carriages off of their children. So it was a very intense moment.
Entire carts filled with stone.
It's not him that holds all the power, Barrett. You have to give yourself more credit. I think from what we understand of the Hajun and its role in the fracturing of the weave is that this place, this island, this gem is what's causing our flourishing powers.
Truly.
Now, I guess if we do return it to the plane of fire, to Mount Kadal, we will be restored. And this effect will take place.
We were led
Sorry,
to
excuse me.
bullshit, Dimdale.
Just like bullshit.
And this effect will take place over all of Mora, not just the heart.
That is the hopes.
I've been considering lately if we should do that or not.
All have power. No one will.
This Kadal was fractured for a reason. What if by doing this, we do more harm than good to this world?
But doesn't it seem like the rest of the gods are pushing us towards doing this, though? They're the ones that fractured him, and now they want him back.
We saw that
The
same.
only reason that I'm back on this
vision.
earth.
It's true. We were was sent here to aid us in this quest.
It's just a thought. I'm still not convinced.
Of course.
But it's something that's been worrying me lately.
We should not follow blindly.
We need to learn more. We're going to have plenty of time as we head to Nakadal.
Speaking of which, what's our next plan?
Well, we have to talk about Vignar.
The orc numbers are weak unless they are reinforced.
Tens of thousands of them.
Not where we were. We will not have reinforcements yet.
We've had to deal enough of a blow that they had to retreat and to get back their numbers or report back or whatnot.
It's worth taking a look at Fort George, seeing if they're still there.
Rebuild with more than a day's preparation.
I think rebuilding Fort George is low on the priority list right now.
Not so much rebuilding, but taking back that foothold.
Getting rid of the orc threat that's in the area
Precisely.
definitely is higher on the priority list.
Precisely.
But again, why we need to talk about what happened with Vignar. He left us.
Why would he do that?
I was unconscious when it happened, so
What happened, Barrett, was I got you out of danger. And as I stood there holding your dying body in my hands, I looked up at him and he shrugged, turned around and walked away. He saw an opportunity to take something he wanted.
He saw the importance
Vashira.
of the dragon.
And he turned away as Tyndale fell, you fell. Could have been it. It was so close. Almost lost 3 of you that day. Yesterday.
Vignar is a survivor.
Vignar's a coward.
I do not disagree with his methods. I'm sure he had a reason.
he's not the same.
I'm not saying he's a Usk.
He's
I think whatever piece of Usk was left died the day that
I agree.
the Grey Man died.
I agree.
now I wonder if in the since then has he just been playing us to his own ends?
I
So-
sent him a message last night.
Did he
And?
respond?
He did.
What did you respond with?
And just said that he was alright. I asked if he was because I figured that would be the only way that he would get back to me.
Right?
He didn't say anything else.
We should give the order to give the newts and him a very wide berth. We don't want, if he's become a neutral party in this, we do not want to antagonize him.
There's no neutrality here.
I don't know we don't know what his game plan is.
I don't care.
We can't
He
really.
has something that belongs to us.
Vashira is a child.
He
We were
needs
just-
people that care for her.
Yes. And if not Vignar, he is caring for her.
Or shaping her into a weapon.
How do we
Right.
know he's not turning her
I'm not
against us?
disagreeing that.
Vignar wants you dead.
Vignar wanted you dead before Usk was gone.
I know. I will not hold that against him. Many of you look at me the way you look at Great Cliff. I know that.
Or using his elven name?
I had overheard Vignar and Shagra down in the cavern. And he was questioning your power.
I know my limits. Not knowing my limits, I do not know myself what I am capable of. But we 5, this is my heart. I still want to believe that Vignar is a part of that.
I want to believe it too. But I don't see how that's possible anymore. It doesn't make sense. The person that I watched walk away yesterday wouldn't want to return.
Sure, I did not see it.
I'll keep an open mind.
No. Can I only speak to the defense? To think that he saw what was the greater purpose was the birth of this new dragon.
What about this?
I know.
I don't know what you... Is that the vision, I'm guessing?
That's
I'm
fair.
assuming that's what you're holding, yes.
Yes, it's the Hajim.
Is it uncovered?
Hmm.
Uncovered?
There are no no's in the room, right?
It's just us and
Okay, yeah. No, I just want to make sure that there aren't any no's in the room.
That's you guys.
Okay, it is uncovered, yes.
Great. You can see the colors shifting. You see purple mixing with gold, shifting into silver, into light red, pink, into a green, then into a yellow.
Are you seeing the same color that I am?
Mm-hmm. It's prison.
But it's the same colors that we told Lady Red that night of our reading.
I often only see yellow.
I'm seeing the purple and the gold, silver, the forest green, the magical green, the yellow, the pink. It's like a kaleidoscope.
We're meant to have this. That's what the colors are showing me. What we do with it is up to us. But we are meant to at least have the Hajim.
Can I try something? I'd like to touch it.
Sure.
You're
Guide
holding
his
that
hand.
hand.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll hold it.
Where did it? How big is it again? It's like this big.
Yeah, about that big, I'd say.
Does it change color?
Barrett, you would see it, and I guess Tim, you would see it change
Although bear.
to a light red,
It does.
like a pink, swirling sparkles.
Looks like you're
What's it feel like?
Cold.
It's cold.
you think and you concentrate hard looking like sword.
I think I'm good. I haven't eaten breakfast yet.
It's a real toughie.
Another thing that I realized yesterday is that with Tyndale so close to falling on the battlefield, if you're lost, I don't know who else would be able to carry this burden. I can't carry that. But I can carry you!
I see.
I scoop it up.
Kushakra Samurai's Kenji?
Yes. It's canon.
It's canon. Kushakra Kenji.
I'm the carrier of the Hajim. That's all. But the Hajim belongs with the Heartborn. I'm just the one that can hold it, that's all.
It's not any small responsibility, Tim. And I think that going forward, I need to be more conscious of that fact. Without you, there is no mission.
Your fight was scary. But it was unprecedented. We haven't fought anything like that before. And we were missing a key element of that battle yesterday. he walked away. Vignar doesn't care about the Hajim. He cares about himself and Vashira. I care about the Hajim and Vashira.
Perhaps just as it is your role to carry the Hajum, perhaps it is Vignar's role to carry Vashira.
But not leave us.
We don't know what his end goal is with
not.
Vashira. He could be using her to to make another Razna for all we know.
It's possible. I don't like unpredictability. There are already too many variables in the journey that is in front of us. And the less variables, the better.
I agree. I'm not saying that it is not up in the air for discussion. But I must argue the other side. There are those who thought other of me as well.
But not us.
Regardless of his intention to raise Vashira, that's fine.
Yes.
That's not what I'm upset about.
I know he left us.
It's acting a part of the group. That's why we were upset with you, telling us what you did. It wasn't that you were reckless. You've been reckless before. It was acting on your own. Making decisions that affect us, taking agency away from us. That's why you're supposed to be doing this together.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So I feel like getting to the bottom of this would be our first priority.
So then we find Vignar.
Find Vignar.
It's not a bad idea.
Kill the orcs, find Vignar.
Get two birds stoned at once.
We're
Precisely how
depending
many
on
stone
how-
I like with one stone.
depending on how he.
He wouldn't tell me where he was.
Well, we know we're to the west, right?
There's only so many places he could be. Either he's gone or he's hiding in the ruins that we first found here.
That was the only source of civilization or any form of readyable defense. Was those ruins.
My guess is at least that might not be their destination, but they would probably be setting up camp there. Would be my guess.
Yes.
There are swamps to the. Is it the Sephiroth swamps? What's it called?
We need to tread carefully, but we have so many enemies on different fronts.
That's useful as well.
What's the blue pads? Oh, Avondale.
Yeah, the Sephiroth swamp is where the lizard folk. It's their homeland.
Oh, we got green dots for horde games. We got Red Falls? Oh, Blood Falls.
We have so many different enemies at different. We have Ursula. There's Avondale.
That's
The orcs and now Vignar.
Personally, I will say this. Like I said before, I don't like the variables in the journey that I have. I don't see Avondale as an obstacle for what we need to do.
Neither
It
do
could
I.
be
I mean,
used.
I don't see the orcs are a physical obstacle. Ursula is a direct obstacle. I'd like to see her head on a spike.
Like that also. Kind of hot head on a stick.
Exactly. And her disgusting body in swamps. In regards to Vignar and Vashira, maybe you're right. Maybe Vignar is the right person to be caring for her. But I think Vashira is meant to be with the Hajim. That's where Romani has put her. To live until someone came for the Hajim. She's meant to be a protector of the biggest, baddest magic item there is.
She spent so much years inside the egg with the Hajum. Only now we separated when
I didn't
both
separate her.
that's
We didn't do anything. More onus needs to be put on Vignar. That is what I'll say about the dragon Do I think I can care for her? Absolutely not. But do I want her on my side to protect this thing that we're all supposed to carry with Malkadal?
100% yes.
Yes.
I agree.
I would like to say, Tyndall, and don't take this the wrong way, but as someone who grew up as a tool, as an object, I think that we should be careful with how we address Vashira. We shouldn't be thrusting titles on her. She's the last of her kind, the first that we've seen in a long time. But she's still a child and deserves to be raised with love in a family and given her own choices. And you say that she belongs to us. I think that's a dangerous thing to say.
Rescinded that comment.
Okay. I want to be careful with this one.
But also as a child who had no choices, was left alone. She's meant to be with a family.
We'll do everything that we can to be there for her.
And I would like her on my side.
I would too. I think that the Heart of Mora one day will see more dragons than just two. And hopefully with less
And
genocide and stuff like that.
All that jazz.
Yes.
There's one more thing that I'd like to talk about before we move anywhere.
Let's get it out.
The other dragon.
Rasta.
Where is he?
The last time we seen him was when we were heading towards...
I don't mean that. Where is he now? Why haven't we seen him? We're killing hundreds of his followers, and he's nowhere.
it's kind of concerning.
Must be brooding something.
Have we?
He's up to something.
I mean, worst best case scenario, we just use them as fodder for whatever, but
Maybe he's waging his war somewhere else on this island.
What?
Has anybody heard from Castle Lavendale?
I mean, Lex said that they sent a request for supplies.
That was a week ago.
It's a good question.
I have the option to scry. I wouldn't be able to until tomorrow because I'd have to be prepared and I would need
Sometime.
an object.
What object?
What do you need?
Some crystal ball, I think, worth like a certain amount of gold.
1,000.
Yeah, a focus worth at least 1,000 gold pieces, such as a crystal ball, silver mirror, a font filled with holy water, etc., etc.
But we said you can use a diamond, right? Like a
I'd
diamond
say,
worth
like,
worth 1,000.
we could house rule some, if you had some holy water, diamond worth 1,000, like,
You have the
do
diamond
some-
5,000, right?
you know, small amount of.
So when you made holy water?
It doesn't consume.
It doesn't consume.
No, but we could use something like that as a focus, for sure.
I think that makes sense because
Absolutely.
it can also be used and consumed for other spells.
Yeah, something that has a surface that is reflective enough that you can see an image in it would work great.
Pond is holy water, we can go to the church. Pool.
I mean, yeah, you guys have been to the church, at least some of you have been to the church to know that they have holy water there.
I mean, I have some prepared.
Y'all need
Obviously not.
But yeah,
enough.
it works.
Just that one time.
Just that one day.
Woo!
But maybe if you were to kind of quench a diamond in it,
Tapestries there.
I would say house ruling, that would be fine.
I have ceremony prepared.
So you can try tomorrow.
The
So
prettiest penny, you know.
let's maybe
Good times.
So maybe I
put
will
that to bed.
do that after.
We'll do
Let's
it.
get that
We
ready.
can do that tomorrow. For today, are we returning to Fort George so soon? I guess we have to.
We should.
This is going to be hard.
Perhaps if there's no more or if there's more fortifications that could be done here, I could lend a hand.
Ceremonies will take an
Perhaps
hour.
leading through the woods. Completely close off that end.
I'd like to see if we can recover the twins as well.
I agree.
I think the sooner the better if
See.
we're going to be returning to Fort George.
give them a proper burial if need be.
Kargoth needs to die. How dare you say that you won the battle? You killed 2 for 200? Stupid orcs.
They were worth more than 200.
They were.
Priceless.
Tim's putting the hadjum on our chest and
You will know pain this day.
Baby carrier.
Like, yeah, buckling up.
the Bjorn. Yeah, baby Bjorn.
If that's all, I will go to make preparations for the rest of the fortifications at the edge of the wall there.
In your town? In Vignar? So, to clarify, what would you like to do exactly?
So I'm gonna do fabricate.
Oh, and then like finish
Twice,
the wall,
finish the
basically,
wall.
like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long would that be? How far would that be? Just because I need to.
Like each section would be 1, so let's call maybe 10 would be enough
10 would be enough.
to do it, I would say. It would take you the amount of time it would take you to do that.
We could do 8 5-foot cubes.
With a little help of the townsfolk, you might be able to do it then.
Yeah.
I don't know what your guys' plans are after we're done all this. My plan is to stay here. So, I want to make sure that we keep this place safe.
Of course.
I wouldn't just have it just a fence, by the way. I would be like a couple little things where people could stand up and like ladders and little plateaus and stuff like that.
Alright, like proper walls.
Proper walls.
Okay.
Like, every 20, 30 feet, have a little standing part.
Okay, if there's only like 1 or 2 here and there with like maybe a little ladder going
Exactly,
up,
yeah.
I'll allow for something small like that,
Cool.
sure. So like an archer or 2 could stand up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Watch. Yes.
Okay.
That'd be 1 or 2 casts a bit.
For each section, like I'll allow for just 1 cast, and to do the whole stretch all the way to the water's edge would be again like 10 full casts.
10 full casts. Okay.
Yeah, dude, the fuck?
Well, because it's how many cubic feet
Yeah.
basically?
I guess I can do 40 feet. Wait one second. It says raw materials, large or small objects contained within a 10-foot cube, or 8 connected 5-foot cubes.
So 40 feet, yeah.
Yeah. I guess it would be. That is quite a bit. You're right. There's quite a bit of shit there. Well, you start with 2 and maybe make, in the middle, so there'd be like little parapets kind of thing.
I looked at my watch to see what time it was in game. What, where are we at? We've had our breakfast. It's
I mean, you guys maybe talked for an hour, so it's like 7, maybe 8, 7 or so.
say 7:30. Sure. Split the difference.
Yep.
Okay. I have a little bit of business to do to get ready before we head out for the day, and you have to go fabricate,
Of course.
these walls.
This guy's coming with us?
I don't feel guys needs to come with this one.
Agreed. I shall let him know what our plans are, I guess, and
Should we
So what is
make
your
an
guys'
announcement
plan?
for the people and let them know what happened? We can commemorate fallen.
Fronzono, Faltrina, yes.
We should give a medal to Gaius also. He did fought well.
He did.
That acid ball?
Was so cool.
That was quite impressive.
Worked surprisingly well. Perhaps
We should
we
commend him.
can commend them, yes, indeed.
Commend Gaius for his valiant effort.
I feel we should
oh, don't worry, he's been
perhaps start a
commended.
little recruitment.
Easy.
A small recruitment of people that could perhaps sense the weave and could pull in this magical strains. Perhaps guys could teach a few.
So turn the King's Guild into a
Magic
school?
A magical school.
I like that.
And give him his charge.
Who takes care of the money?
What?
Guys.
Oh, guys, right.
Wow.
Tender can still help with money.
500 gold on a new room?
It's a rather nice room, though.
No.
Honestly,
Absolutely not.
I honestly don't care.
Yes.
I really don't care.
I agree.
Let them decide.
I feel we don't have to hold their hand for everything. They can appoint someone.
No.
And getting commerce into the city is something that they need to start looking at.
Well, we need to defeat the orcs first.
Even stuff coming in by boat, there hasn't been anything port-wise.
We don't know that we've been gone for 3 weeks.
Well, Lex said that nothing's coming
Really?
to the ports since he essentially took it. I'm pretty sure.
I think I remember
That's
hearing
fine.
something like
Yeah,
that
yeah,
too.
I don't care.
For reference, you guys would know that you're expected to have ships arriving at the end of the month
Yeah,
as
we have
like
that written into the calendar.
fairly common
Yes,
It says
end
silver
of
leaves
month.
on after day.
Oh, so it's only at the end of the month. They
Oh,
don't come
okay.
every. Well, it takes like 2 weeks to
After
get
day
here.
of gold,
So
I have
2
silver
weeks here,
leaves.
2 weeks back.
Oh, okay.
Right.
fairly regular, like either the end or the start of the month.
Yeah.
Ships potentially would arrive with goods to trade, to take back to the nation, and so forth.
Do that.
The last
rather than-
shipment came with the Gorkas, right?
So what is our plan? Are we heading to Fort George or?
We'll vanquish what little remains of those orcs.
Set out at noon today. Give us a few hours.
Yes.
How far do we try to track them back, or do we just go to Fort George and leave it there?
Well, what's our end?
I want
end game?
to get my friends.
Right, we're going to be doing that. But if they're gone, are we continuing past Fort George? Are we heading to Not Kadal? When are we doing this? When are we leaving?
We'll go as soon as I'm done some preparations for that northern wall.
I feel like
To Mount Kadal?
Not to Not
We
Kadal.
have to get through 10,000 orcs.
I mean, we're going to have to at some point.
And we're not equipped to fight them right
We
now.
don't have to fight them.
We just have to defeat them.
We just have to go. We just have to get past them.
Oh yeah, it's only 10 minutes per cast, so
Yeah.
it doesn't take long for you to do it.
20 minutes.
Are we saying goodbye to Jay indefinitely?
That's what I'm asking.
I
But
don't think
what else
we
do we
need
have to
to
do here? What are we waiting for?
Well, if I can't scry until tomorrow.
Get the item. Take it with you.
I know, but I would have to go and get that prepared. And
It's only about like 7:30, so if you guys are leaving at noon from here to arrive by 6 at Fort George, you have like 3 or 4 hours at least worth of time to prepare.
Yeah.
I'll do whatever everybody else decides as well, but I would like at least another full day to say my goodbyes here. If we're not coming back for a while.
I guess my point is that we are going to have to leave for a very long time, very soon,
Very soon.
Mhm.
Yes.
and that we should be starting to wrap our heads around that.
I agree.
I'm ready whenever you are.
I feel we can go and vanquish these orcs and come back.
We can play it by ear. We still have a lot of variables left in the air.
So if the orcs are not Fort George tonight, then do we stay in Fort George or do we go into the west to try to find the hideout and see if Vignar is in there?
I think it's worth, since we're there anyway.
Precisely.
Agreed.
Because if they set up camp, it would give them not enough time to venture onto wherever their next spot might be, and then we might lose them for good.
Well then, if that's the case, then we should go to Vignar immediately.
not wrong.
No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather go to Fort George first. But if that's the logic behind it, then going to Vignar first may be our priority.
True.
So, let's say the team. Fort George or Vignar.
Why are we chasing down someone who doesn't want to be with us?
Because we don't know that for sure.
I think that
And also the dragon.
I vote Fort George.
I do too. Do you have your sending still available?
I do.
Perhaps
I've
one
got
last word saying
way too bit of healing I need to do still.
we are headed towards Fort George to reclaim it.
Yes. Maybe can someone go to Grissom's to see if he has any potions?
Grissom disappeared.
Grissom came back with my mother's hand in a jar.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Right, I forgot about that little tidbit.
I'd rather not make a feast there.
Right, yeah.
Show me a feast there.
True.
I'll check on Grissom's. I have to get some errands to run anyway.
Perhaps I will go with you. Head towards the bookstore.
I'd like to go to Fancy Frenzies.
Actually, I kind of want Fancy Frenzies too.
You want to come with me?
I mean, we're gonna be hitting them on the shops. Maybe we should just like all go together, kind of thing, just to be easier.
Okay.
I'll meet you at Fancy Frenzies.
Pardon?
You want to go to the church or no? You're good?
I do, but I want to go to Fancy
Everybody
You guys have like 4 hours or so if you're planning on departing by noon, so there's plenty of time to do all that sort of
I
housekeeping.
would like to say goodbye to like Yas, just in passing. See ya.
Literally just see it.
I don't want to make it into a big thing. I feel like every 5 seconds I'm like, okay, goodbye. I'm leaving for a very long time. And he's like,
yeah, I know.
well, what do you mean, Tim?
Where are you going? Where are you going this time, Tim?
Yeah, exactly.
He's in like a body cast.
Every time you say goodbye, you're always gone for so long.
Great, yeah. I probably don't need to do it
I didn't
now.
even know her father until a couple months ago, like a couple weeks ago.
Now she's like,
I knew him, but I know.
He's
You didn't
predictable.
really like him.
He was my best friend when I was a kid.
aw.
Okay, I didn't know that little tidbit.
You're my hero.
He's an artificer. He taught me how to artifice.
That's true.
Wasn't your mom too?
And then my mom was there.
Yeah, she was there.
But
She was around.
it was
You
more,
better,
but
right?
coming here, I was more concentrated on fighting her than Yas. because
True, yes,
I was
yes,
more, I felt more betrayed from my father leaving.
Of course.
So,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, while you guys are doing that, then maybe I will gather Gaius and I'll get him to come to the church with me, and then
Perhaps give him his charge.
we all
I would like to go and get some.
You want to get some?
Well,
some?
yeah, but that's not what I was going to say.
Poor Gaius.
I was the horny one.
Where's my church?
Fist bump, Dad. How do you go?
I want to get him some paper and ink so he can work on a spell book. I miss you.
As a reminder,
Well, we can go to the bookstore together.
Yeah.
I mean, as a reminder, you bought her completely out of resources like 2 days ago.
Oh,
so
Right.
well, never mind.
she's only one frail old woman. She can't make paper that quickly.
What do you mean you don't restock your
Can you fabricate paper? Can you take trees apart into sheets?
Sliced tree.
And we hunt some squids. for
Also, weirdly enough, parchment and stuff is usually made of like wool and things like that in this
Yeah, like
time.
pulp.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, you can add.
Like
I would say you can honestly do that. Hold on a second. Raw materials.
Raw materials and things that you know.
I mean, it's relatively simple. It's relatively simple to
It's
make
just a bowl.
parchment.
It's not a-
Well, there's
A 5-foot cube of paper
They were probably-
would be
we
so
did-
many buckets.
we have the
You may
The
not
lumber
have
mill,
to worry about
there would be
paper
leftover
from here
pulp from
on.
that.
Ever again.
Case. The
Um,
only thing
yeah.
you'd have to worry about would be
Gold
ink,
cost.
potentially.
Isn't there still a gold cost? Oh no, it's the gold cost is the
Of the paper. Yeah.
So, choose raw materials that you can see within range, fabricate, yada yada.
I wouldn't be able to make like ink or anything like that.
10-foot cube or 8. So a 10-foot cube of paper would be like just
1,000?
thousands of sheets.
Yeah. Oh, millions. Like 1,000.
It would be more paper than you would
Cubic
ever
feet.
consume
Yeah. It'll be 1,000 cubic feet.
How many feet? 5 feet? 5 feet? 5 foot?
I can make a 10-foot cube of one thing, or 8 5-foot cubes.
10 cubic feet.
So 10 by 10 by 10 is 1,000 feet cubic feet.
I can find out how many sheets of paper there is.
That's
I just have to
paper.
measure the dimensions of 1,000 sheets of paper. Like 1,000 sheets of paper is
One by
usually
one.
like this thick, right?
Brick, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So if you take that, you can do the math and figure out how many sheets. But
I mean, it's not as complex as something like jewelry or a weapon. It's
No.
just a piece
Shave that wood down to a minimal.
of thinly sliced wood.
Wow.
May have just potentially saved yourself some trouble.
May have just hacked the system.
Might have just
So,
made their own paper
I
cut.
Get wizard, get fabricate,
Lucian's
get
paper
happy.
mill.
I mean, that would
You
work
were
by the
fucking
sounds of
rude.
things, to be quite honest. I mean, I don't know where you're going to put all that paper, but, you
Bookstore,
know,
man.
Sell it.
yeah, just be like, yo, by the way,
Would you like paper?
Just keep some and then sell it to her.
Tell her my story.
find a nice rock that you can, like, put it on, get Kushagra to telekinesis it, all the wind just... Damn it.
Giant paper mill.
The economy. Shit.
Fireball. So
Is that how we make,
fire.
is that how we make money in Mora?
With my face on them, please.
Is that how we make paper money for Mora?
Lucian print.
Paper gold man.
It would be, I would just have to...
30 Lucians.
before-
Paper money.
With 30 Lucians at least.
Lucian.
So we can, like, forego the RP, but we can discuss what you guys intend on actually buying and all that sort of stuff. But before we do that, we'll take a quick little break and then we'll come back. All right, so as we come back from break and you guys branch out a little bit, Kushagra, you're buying a home on the west end near the bookstore.
not homeless.
Well done.
As you put a down payment down and establish some deeds with guys, the rest of you guys, what are you going to be buying out and about? And again, we're just going to do the exchanges. We're not going to RP through it unless we need to.
Well, I was going to give guys some money for when ink and paper did come in.
Okay, so how much are you giving him?
I don't know. How much does he need?
Well, I can make a lot of paper.
Well, I'll give him money for ink.
Well, it's typically where is my? Oh, it's right here.
We're going to have unlimited paper by the sounds of it, so...
Well, that is something I can't fathom.
Nope.
The luxury of which I'm sure we will benefit for many years to come. Come on, bookstore. B. There it is. So 1 ink is 10 gold pieces.
I'll give him 100 gold.
Okay.
But that's a good use.
Guys, perhaps you can start
Yeah,
recruiting
I looked up straps around
some of the locals and training them in the form of cantrips. If you can.
That's not so far from
Yeah, I mean, I am more than happy to begin such things, Lucian, but as you recall, these things take years to understand the sheer mechanics of how to manipulate the weave. But if that is your wish, I'm more than happy to begin. I do believe Rara has been quite bored lately. Maybe we convert the King's Guild or the former King's Guild into a study of sorts.
Yes. Blade Song School for Boys. No.
Why just for boys?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. A lot of kids have
Lucian's School for Gifted Youngsters.
What is this, a school for ants?
School of the Leaf.
Just free heart.
Once you're done, Gaius, would you accompany me to the church?
Of course.
Okay.
As soon as I'm done with Kushagra.
Oh, of course, yeah. I can wait.
Kushagra's like,
No, I said once it's
I'm
done.
joking.
Just getting a deed written up.
So you guys go to church, yeah? What do you want to be doing?
I want to make like a focus
Okay, for...
for scrying.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. So you've got a diamond worth 1,000.
5,000, but yes, I do. Or
Well, which one are you using then? Because if you have one that's worth 5, that's great, but just specify which one and make sure you make note of it. and like maybe rename it to Scrying Diamond or something like that. So that
Scrying.
And then like I could change it when I actually need it, right?
well, it's not that you would need to change it. It's that if you used it, you would be using your scrying focus.
Yeah. Okay.
Diamond with sentimental value.
So yeah, we can do that.
Okay. Okay, so you have ceremony prepared.
Yes, I do.
Okay, well then no roll is going to be required. A simple cast of that as you kind of pull the diamond, wash holy water over it, and take the time to follow through as you actually have to dust off your old book. Like, okay, I haven't performed this possibly ever or successfully, who knows. You're going to have to do it word for word, but it takes a full hour to do so.
Okay.
So while you guys are doing that, but you will complete it for sure afterwards. So your diamond of choice can now be used as a scrying focus for sure.
Okay.
Any other things that anyone needs to be going to do at the moment?
You go ahead.
No.
I was going to say I'll go into the Solaire, and
Okay.
if there's one kind of offshoot of the room, I will start to try and fabricate a pile of pages.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. I mean, you'll need wood to do so, so you have to find a tree.
Tree.
How are you bringing a tree with
I
you?
will do it.
I will do it.
That's a great question.
Do you want some help?
Please. Yes.
Maybe
Can't
Kushagra
choose.
can levitate one over with his telekinesis.
Brilliant. Yeah.
So as you guys, like, eventually a tree comes through the front entrance of the fucking keep.
What is he doing?
Where are you taking this?
I was thinking of the Solaire, but perhaps maybe we should find
Where's the
some.
lumber yard?
That's not a bad idea. That's a great idea.
Whilst we're here,
Yeah, whilst we're here.
assuming you haven't left the lumber yard yet.
What about that big empty shed over there? Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, the lumberyard, again, there is plenty of spare space as all of the lumber has been being used for reconstruction of everything that has been needing it lately. Mostly the walls and such, of course, that Lex has been trying to get up. So you guys can do that, no problem.
I'll shred it down.
I'd like to be going to Fancy Frenzies.
Okay, what are you trying to buy?
Well, so here's how I imagine the straps to look on me so the cadgem's like here, and the straps are like continually like coming over my shoulders, so like it's like a bunch of straps that almost like make a V, like big, like multiple straps, and they wrap around the bottom to connect it all, yada yada yada. So that's what it looks like. I'm looking for something to like go either over or on top of that to just, I don't know, look cool.
Are we going
No,
for
like
something
leather
that
or
looks
something?
cool or something that looks sexy?
No, it's cool. That's what I said.
Okay, what color?
Yellow.
Okay.
Ta-da.
This is lovely. It shows you a few like simple tunics. These would be either common, traveling, or like you can go for some fine ones if you prefer.
Yes.
What looks the coolest?
Obviously the fine ones.
Okay, well, I'll take the fine ones.
All right, there'll be 18 gold for those.
Okay, and I have another question. Is it possible for her to dye the straps? And would I know also that takes away its magical qualities?
It won't take away the magical. She's like, yeah, if you can leave them with me for an hour or so, they might not. It might take a minute to dry and what have you, but she's got dyes on hand. She can pretty
disregard
easily do that.
on the tunic color. So I'll take a white tunic,
White tunic.
and if possible, I'd like to dye the straps yellow.
Okay. Easy enough. Say for the dye, she'll charge you something. We'll just round it up to 20 gold for the tunic and the straps dyeing. That's fine.
Okay.
And the service to do so.
The straps, they're dying.
Cool. Then great. Then that's it. And the traveling pants, whatever I got on, it's fine.
Is this right?
Yeah. That's all I wanted. I just wanted a cool shirt.
Okay. I mean, the outfit would come with pants, but you know,
Well, it's color.
But I want those pants.
Are they cool?
you could buy a collar that makes you happy in that regard.
Yeah. I'm just thinking. I don't know. I'll think about what they look like later. But tunic, pants,
20
dye
gold.
straps.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else?
No, not a fancy frenzy.
You
Yes.
good?
But no. I just would like someone to go to Grissom's if you would go.
I'm going to be there eventually, but for Fancy is.
Yep.
Do you have anything a little bit more functional? I'm looking for something fur-lined or insulated.
Something along the colder
Yes.
regions?
We're going to be climbing mountains eventually.
Yeah, actually.
You want to buy one as well, sir?
These are quite sweet.
Shearly boots.
Just boots or something like full
I think-
outfit?
Like
I want-
can I have a goose
well-
please?
I'd like to get my traveling cloak, like lined with, probably just the lined traveling cloak, and then lined boots and gloves. That's probably good.
I thought you get a cloak as well, actually. It's a good call.
I already have these traveling clothes, which should be fine. And I have a simple cloak that could be modified.
It will take me a few hours to do so, if that's all right. We'll say for the sake of it, if she's just lining them, you're not buying anything new.
I guess traveling clothes would have boots. They'd probably need the boots and gloves, made or modified by something that she already has.
Will house rule the cost? She's just going to be like, oh, well, maybe 10 gold would be fine.
That's fine. Thank you.
Can I get a cloak, too?
A warm cloak?
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
A common cloak, so 2 gold. For
2
a
gold.
warmer one would be fine.
Okay, I would like a fancy warmer cloak.
Okay, so 15 normal
Fur
price for
lined?
fine goat. If you're lining it with fur, let's say 17 for the sake of it.
Wait,
Perfect.
can I have my line with her, too?
Yours would be lined with fur,
Okay, good.
assumedly, yeah.
So 17 for a fine line coat.
Cloak.
And it's
Yes.
red, right?
Yes.
Just say yes.
Sure.
Blue. I'll do a blue one.
Only blue.
And a lined one, like warm line?
Yeah.
Okay. So, blue?
Yes.
17 gold, yeah.
17
You're doing a
gold.
fine one?
Yes.
Okay, great.
What is gold value when I can make 4,000 gold with a paper in an instant?
Yeah, pretty much. That's
For now, I know
Yeah,
we're gonna destroy the
So you're gonna stop
demand.
doing
We're gonna have so much
still
supply.
need ink though. It's like me.
Yeah, well, we could be the paper mill of the whole coastline.
that.
Honestly, Lucian's business. Seems like a worthy
good
use
for
of the weave.
Fancy is that ready?
I feel like I have.
Okay.
Okay, Grissom's.
Yeah, whoever said Grisms, yeah, sure.
Not I.
Not you as a Grissoms?
What did you want me to
Right.
heal?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, can
healing.
you also top off my...
Right, yeah, you don't want to be there. Right.
Alright, so new inventory is in.
Alright.
Oh, he didn't get that many made, but he got some so far. So there. Are you looking for just healing specifically?
I would like all of the healing things that you have.
Okay, so there's 3 ointments available, 150 gold pieces each.
Okay, wait 1 second.
If you're buying them all, that's fine.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, and then there's 1 greater potion of healing available, 250 gold.
Yep.
Buying it, yeah. And there's 3 potions of healing now.
How much is that? 50?
50 each, so another 150 for those.
Okay, what's the total?
So 3 ointments would be 450 plus another 150, wings 6, so 850 gold altogether for the greater as well.
Oh yeah. Sorry, say the total again.
850.
850. Okay.
So that's for 1 greater healing, 3 of the ointment, and 3 potion of healing.
I'll definitely pay for at least one of those ointments.
Okay, so do you accept barter?
Well, of course.
Credit?
I owe you.
Do you accept bits of strength? Hilarious.
Not the strength.
Yeah, he'll take like gems and stuff for payment, absolutely.
850 is it?
850, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna do 1 700 gold amethyst.
Oh, I can do a whole number with these.
What about I have some.
I'll take gems over gold if you've got 'em.
Well, I also have some things that you might find useful. I have some vials of acid and poison that I have come across.
I'll take them at half the cost. For the poison, I'll give you 50 each. Acid, I'll give you 15 per shot.
15 each.
For each, yeah.
So that's 30 gold for the acid and pour out another poison vial from my jug. I'll turn around so I can't see it.
Yeah, he's
So
not
that's
paying that
100
much
there.
attention to most things. Don't worry about the sleight of hand. I'm sure he'll nail it.
That's 20 gold short. What about, do you have any extra flasks, empty flasks or vials?
Of course, how many are you looking for?
As many as you can.
Well, the vials are a gold piece each, and the flasks are a bit simpler, so they're only 2 copper apiece.
Okay, well, can I have like 10 flasks?
Sure.
Supposed to taste like Diet Dr. Pepper.
So 20 copper.
20 copper. Okay.
You could just drink Diet Dr. Pepper.
Good.
Doesn't make you feel the pennies.
What's the fun of that?
And vials is 1 gold each. Let's do 7.
All right.
Oh,
So you're still owe me about 29 gold.
Well, I paid you the 7. Yeah, plus 20. Okay, so I pay him that in gold. So 27.
Right, 20. Right. Well, thank you.
And I don't have these
These
anymore.
ointments are going flying off the shelf.
Is this all you have at the moment?
Yes.
Do you have any specialty poisons? Have you ever dabbled in something like that?
A couple of vials, yeah.
I'm looking for something that causes paralysis specifically.
I've never been able to successfully formulate such a poison, but simple lack of ingredients.
What are you looking for?
Well, I don't know, extract from some kind of creature, perhaps. Has the similar ability, might work.
Okay, I'll keep a
Or a
look.
plant or something. You know, I've always wanted to venture into the Shadow Woods, and I figured there'd be something.
Well, thank you, Grissom.
Or maybe in the swamps, but I never found anything last time I wandered through.
Well, that'll be everything, I think. That'll be good for that.
Okay. All right. Barrett, anything?
I'm gonna go pull his Tana aside.
Barrett.
So, we're looking to leave again for a little bit.
Of course. We'll be all right here.
2 things. One, Kishaga kind of put me onto the idea. Maybe we should find a house for ourselves.
We have this castle.
But something for just me and you.
Barrett. Well, there are a number of vacant lots available, and since some of the folk left, shall I shop around?
Yeah.
When you get back, we will have our home.
I pull out the box that got delivered to me. Open it up, and one of the garnets that we got, I got placed into a ring.
What? It is right now. You're not even on one knee.
You're gonna do it, do it right.
I dropped to a knee. When I said that it was going to be the rest of our days,
Matt's like, wait, I changed the music.
I'm at one gone.
I truly meant it.
Barrett.
I'm fully committed to you, to this city, to what we're doing, and this gives me that tether to make sure I come back.
You must know, I've been proposed to many, many, many times over the years. For men, women,
Yeah.
A dog.
What is it?
But this is the first time in my life where I felt like saying yes.
And so, is that a yes?
You have to promise me one thing. But when you come back, you put a baby in me.
Ooh, that's a threat.
New house, new homes,
Suddenly not
place
feeling it.
that we can raise a child.
Should we have a wedding then when you arrive?
And hopefully we will. This will be the last time I leave.
You've made me so happy, Barrett. He just gives you a big hug, kisses you like 50,000 times. Like,
I slip the ring onto her finger.
Not even as many pieces of paper.
She don't love you.
She don't love you, bro. I just made that in 10 minutes. Blank.
His paper ratio's way off.
I'm so sorry. I'm just emotional. I love you so much. Do what you need to.
I will come back to you. I can't promise that there won't be more scars, more bruises and cuts.
Just make sure the penis is fine, and that will be good.
I will come back to you in one piece.
Farewell, my love. We will keep the town in check while you are gone.
Make sure you do. I trust you above anybody else to keep this place the way that it should be run.
I've been thinking about my responsibilities around here more lately. To take stronger charge. When you come back, it will be a different, free heart than when you left. Stronger.
Our home.
Yes. I'm thinking something in the south end would be nice. Not too far from the breast. Going to have to talk with Gaius and see what is available. I'm so happy and excited. Not yet. When you come back.
When I come back.
Farewell.
I give her a kiss. And I make my leave.
Beat you.
Savina's chilling with the guys for the rest of the day. She gets sticky buns and they go back and chill.
Bears like all these things.
Is that what you guys are calling it? Sticky buns?
No, sticky buns available
She
at
has been
place.
craving a sticky bun.
Yeah.
The food.
Yeah.
What happens after that
You
is
know you're
her
doing that,
business.
You have a sweetheart waiting at home to
Yeah,
marry
you're
you're due.
like written off already.
That has to
Kill you. Yeah. You or a tandem. One or the other. That's
Okay, I
Only
die.
one
Which one of you guys are going to be the one to tell her?
I'll tell her.
Okay.
I'll tell her. You know, Davina will have no problem being like, yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
it.
ow!
You're distributing.
Ow!
Just sucks a tandem out.
I'll put a baby in you. Nope.
Faltrina,
Nope.
that's
Question. Okay, just question.
Oh my god.
Just jump.
Let's hear it.
Wouldn't she be going through menopause?
She's a half elf.
Yeah.
She's middle aged. Or she's like in her like 60s for human years, isn't she?
No, but she's like 150.
She's like
Oh, no.
45 maybe as human years.
I mean,
Zorba's
Yeah.
like
She's proud.
maybe
She's got a few
28,
years.
30. She,
pushing it, but
Zorba's
she's
like
good, yeah.
like-
Okay.
quite a bit younger than
I
her
thought she was.
sister.
I just thought she was much older than that.
So did
I
I.
know.
No, she has some gray, but that's about it.
Okay.
It's like
so,
silver
she's not all
fox.
dried up.
I mean, she's hundreds of years older than Barrett.
So when I say goodbye to Yospip, I'm probably like, Yeah, I'll probably see you tomorrow. See ya.
All right, Tim. We're gonna go and head out into the woods and set up some traps right close to the line, so it shouldn't be too problematic. Just as, you know, we got about 18 or 20 done.
Who's going with you?
Oh, me and some of the other workers.
So, you know,
Soldiers?
No.
I would love if you went with the people that can
We'll gather up some
fight and not get pile drive by arrows and die.
You're making a good point. Maybe we'll come up with about 20 or so soldiers and just ensure that we're all safe.
All of you, the workers too. No one wants to hear about anything going wrong in the woods, right?
All right, Tim. Come back again.
I always do.
I know. I'll miss you when you're gone.
Bye.
Gives you a hug.
I put some extra oomph in it.
Love you, Tim.
Yeah, me too!
Anime cries.
Any other business?
I'd like to go to the blacksmith. I'd like to commission a safe.
Safe, sure.
For my deed.
And all of the other important things.
Throw it in the harbor.
And my stocks.
That's such a good idea.
No one's gonna find it in the harbor.
Some fishmen, maybe. Staff.
Well, you'll inquire how strong you want this safe to
I'm
be.
gonna send you a specification.
Okay, great.
Throughout the day, would I be able to roll some hit dice?
If you want to take, let's see, an hour of ceremony, you could take 3 short rests.
Perfect.
Keeping in mind, each short rest, you can roll up to half your hit dice.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So you can do like an hour of rest and roll 5 hit die.
yeah.
For each rest, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, 2.
for two.
Oh, buddy.
2 should suffice. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a short rest as well so I can regain the spell slot there.
Do you want money for the ointment?
Oh, it depends. Do you want the ointment?
I would love one.
Then we'll exchange some money.
Yeah.
Who wants some healing potions?
We'll say a gold per pound
Your
sounds simple
constitution
enough
for
to
each
me.
hit die you roll, you got
Your constitution.
So I guess in the same,
Okay.
it weighs that much? Or, okay, great, yeah, that sounds safe. Fine to me.
150 for one of Grissam's, please.
You can do the old half now, half later.
How many potions did you get?
Or since you guys rule this city, he'll just be like, am I making this on the house? Or are you going to pay me when you get back type of thing as well?
Half now, half later, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. A gold per. So it's. Alright, yeah, half now. I'm gonna give him. I'll tell you what I give him.
You can roll another one.
Yeah, I'll give you one too.
It'll take him a good at least a week or so to
And it's plus your con per
sort that
dice,
properly.
which is what I forgot. Which
Yeah, I was only at like 69, so I was like, got
It's
it.
going to be
for
like a
doing
solid
anything.
steel bucket.
It's
Safe.
iron, right?
iron safe.
Yeah, iron.
This one's going to be
I'm
steel.
safe.
Well, I said steel, so it's gonna be steel.
If it's going to be that heavy and yeah.
Well, iron's heavier than steel.
Oh, iron is heavier?
Morris.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes. Is that
It's also stronger
metal,
too,
is,
so
is iron heavier than steel?
it'd be layered
Iron
steel.
is,
How about that?
yeah. Steel's later.
Mhm.
Iron's more like rod. You know, like OG.
Cast iron.
Most safes that I
Like
think of
cast
are look like they're made out of iron, right? Or I guess it's lead, right? So it's like iron
lead
lead
based.
inside.
Anyway, he'll make a super strong
Iron's
safe,
somewhat
no
lead.
problem.
And he
Uses
has
a
a
frying pan.
a cast iron.
Okay, when I get back, I also would like to find a laborer.
Okay.
Should follow me over.
To be my bitch.
to take care of my house while I'm gone.
Oh, sure.
Aw.
On a daily
It's
cost?
2 silver per day.
Great.
So
You got a slave?
It's not a slave.
I'm gonna-
Butler.
I think I'll go around to my neighbors and I'll talk to them.
Push some buttons.
See what
See what happened.
Do I have some choices? Who lives around me?
I'm not coming back here.
We are.
Oh, yeah.
Make an NPC for me, really quick.
Great names.
No, he's just setting it up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think I'll go to each neighbor on either side, and I want to
allowed.
pick the one that I think is the most trustworthy.
Hey, name's Ego Metzelva.
Okay, so-
And is interested.
You have
I've had a lot of weird knocks at my door lately.
This is very inconvenient.
Is that his elf name?
It's our alias
Okay,
that we came
so
up
you
with.
have your choice
Between one
between
of us got separated and I got Mitchell. Yeah, that's his
Chloras,
name.
a lady,
Oh, is that
Chloras?
Yep.
How do you spell that?
Chloras,
He probably would, but he's not here.
or an
Shitty hands.
Probably also
Adrastas,
like
a younger man.
he
What's
took
the
the
other
vow
name?
of like
Adrastas,
to serve
AD.
to lead.
Because
ASTAS.
Yeah,
Or
basically.
like Ward. Like,
Ward.
yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of Elden.
Adrastas?
Pitch boy.
Spell that again.
ADRASTAS.
Okay.
Are you getting your own NPC?
How Adrastas, you said, is a younger man?
Younger man, yeah,
Like-
and like a 30-year-old woman or so who has like a child.
How old is Adrastas?
He's probably maybe 17, 18. Like, I guess a adolescent still.
So, Adrastas, what do you do for work?
I work in the farm.
Okay, so you're Yaspit. Sorry.
Buy your own Yazbit.
Yeah,
Do you have much experience working around a house?
Well, when I was growing up, my mother always said I had to clean up my room, so I did that, and that's my experience.
Okay, how do you like working on the farm? How much do you make there a day?
A couple silver a week, and it's all right. It's hard on my hands and my knees. I can see how those things can affect the older people as they get along in years.
Sure. Would you be interested in taking a job for me and being my housekeeper while I'm away?
Orton might be a bit upset about losing the staff, but that'd be
Oh no,
fine.
this isn't something that would take away from your current job. You would be able to take in the income from both.
Well, then absolutely.
I only require someone to come by my house every day, make sure that it's clean, make sure that no one's broken in. You would have a key,
All right.
make sure there's no cobwebs building, water the flowers, that kind of thing.
Sounded like a lot. Yeah, I can do it.
It'd be like an hour a day for a full day's work. 2 silver a day is what I'd pay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I'm gonna make that happen.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're interested. I'm going to be asking around, so we don't have the job yet, but thank you for applying.
Well.
Don't roll for it.
All right.
This
I'm
was a
going to
great
go talk to
interview.
Chloris.
Yes.
Hello, Chloris. Nice to meet you. I'm just moved in next door.
Easy, Thomas.
Hello, little Thomas. Do you currently work? Do you have a job?
Just this little one here.
And you watch over this house here. Can I look around the house? Does it look nice and well kept?
17 out of 20.
Okay, all right. So she's like,
Pretty committed.
housewife kind of. Chloris, I'm going to be leaving for a while, and I'm looking to find somebody to take care of my house while I'm away. Would you be interested in accepting pay to look after my home?
You can manage that, yes.
It wouldn't be much. It would just be, keeping it relatively clean, making sure that no one breaks in, going to the guard if any trouble happens.
For the heroes of Free Heart, I'm not sure I can accept payment.
Well, I'd be paying you. This is a job, and I'd want to make sure it's done properly.
You hear that, Thomas? That's a sign of good character.
All right. The pay would be 2 silver per day. I'll be paying you in advance
Thomas is like,
for the first few weeks at least.
You came to the right woman. It would be no trouble at all.
Can I get a read on her? I want to know if she's trustworthy.
Roll me an
with the
insight
money.
check.
Roll for Steven.
It's the first time I think I've done an insight in a very long time.
Sort of been like, that's sucky.
he came to, ooh.
11. Usually lucky on that.
Why not?
I don't know. It's important.
Really, it is important to
I
be
need a
sure.
second read on this.
That's better. That's a 16 plus 5 is
21.
21.
She seems like she's honestly at this point trying to sell you on hiring her.
She's a common.
But that's what I'm trying to like see through that. I want to see if like is she somebody who's going to run with my money, or is she going to be?
You get the
eager to do
idea
a good
that
job?
she wants to continue doing this for potentially years, if that's
She's a
available,
worker.
and she will
She's
try to do her
representing me.
best job to secure that position.
All right.
That's how her
Well-
got in house.
I'm going to give you. Let's see. How long am I going to be gone for? Do some quick math here.
Your son, your son's son, and your
Let's
son's
do-
son's sons will all be working here.
Oh, sorry, I just asked. You're too young.
So I'm going to do 2 weeks' pay up front. Hopefully I'm back by then. If not, I'll send word and have you paid through credit.
So 28 silver.
You get treasurer
That's
to,
unrealistic.
so that's 20. How much?
28.
28 gold. Or sorry, 28 silver. So
2.8 gold.
well, thank you, Cloris. It was nice to meet you. And Tommy, was it? Timmy?
Keep your glitter.
Thomas. Sorry. And how old are you, Thomas?
26.
Oh,
2?
he's a little itty
He's just a little guy, yeah.
Terrible 2 Thomas.
Smiles, you see like just a hideous mouth of horrendous teeth that are all misshapen.
All right, we're gonna have to fix that when I get back.
I know what that's like.
PTSD
I
and
know.
What's going
all
through
of
his
us
like
that.
ugly
I
toddler
would like to
face.
create minor illusions,
Dude,
so I don't have
I
to
just
look
think
at
it's
that.
like like Sophie's 2 years old, so like when I think about
Yeah.
Minor illusions, so I don't have to look at that.
You'd have to illusion your teeth whenever you're around.
what can you deal with that when I get back? Hopefully with his money you can fix that fucking mouth.
Nice to meet you.
You're a real pretty boy.
I'm gonna go to Andrastus. I'm gonna say, unfortunately, I've gone with my other neighbor for the job, but I would like to ask you to check in on Cloris and little Thomas once in a while. Make sure they're doing okay.
I can do that.
You know them? They live 2 doors down.
Yeah.
Here, I'm gonna give you 1 gold for your trouble. Make sure they're taken care of.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, of course.
Andromeda, or what the fuck is it?
Yeah, just ass.
This rich man, he's gonna quit. He's gonna leave his wife.
You know about that?
Housekeeping.
Not much money.
Gotcha.
right?
I
Like,
know.
No,
Not
but
for you, but for them,
yeah.
yeah.
a couple months of wages. Like
He's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna buy a
That's like
sick
if you're like 13,
whore.
14 and you do
Sick whore at a Tonga's.
Don't buy a sick whore, buy a good whore.
I'm going to the faded wrist.
I'm gonna get me that.
Right, that listen, syphilis still going around.
Listen.
all right.
So well.
I got that squared away. I got the safe.
Matt spends too much
Their
time with
traveling
me.
stuff.
The cackle. Is that what I sound like? What?
Yeah, we mean to talk to you, Lord.
Is that
When I was putting together Cackling Ursula, I was like, man,
This sounds like Lauren.
kidding. She was made long before this
We're all
campaign even
leaving after
started.
tonight's session, I'm just saying.
Relatively hot.
Relatively hot. Come on, there's some redeeming qualities, sirs.
Alright.
All right.
I spend my time meditating in the church until
Hey, I'm
everyone's
gonna
ready
head
to
out
go.
now.
Yeah.
I think I'm all set. I get the
All right.
safe, the house, looking after it.
I did paper. I did the fortifications. I had short rest.
I do kind of want
I
to
can recover.
but I really don't care. It's fine.
So the wall is now right up to the water, is it?
No, it's not
There's only
No.
basically little mini towers.
There'll be little mini
Okay.
towers, yeah, like mini little
I would like
parapets.
to re-up on rations, just in case
Sure.
we do get caught out.
That's a great idea. I'd like to do the same, please.
Yeah.
Ooh, I would like to up on
Everybody reps.
non-perishable non-rations.
Non-perishable,
Well, I've
non-rational.
already got all my 10
Weirdly enough, it's not
I mean,
a thing.
apples.
Non-perishable.
I mean, you can buy food, but
Just
it's
apples.
not going to be non-perishable.
Just apples.
The way that food
Just
works,
apples.
unfortunately.
You take an apple, you
Here's
cast
Potato.
cold
Chips.
touch and freeze dry apple.
Got one.
I will buy a couple days worth of food to bring with
Sticky
me.
buns.
Sticky buns.
I'm going to
Bread.
live off of
Bread.
sticky buns here on out. If I'm going to get fat, it's going to be, I'm going to do it right.
Lasted one
Do
day.
you have a gold
Can't remember what sessions cost.
Do we have a shared bank account, basically?
No.
I think it's been accounted for everybody.
I gave you 150 for one of those Christmas.
Okay. So where are you putting this ointment?
In my bag.
But like, just I got the jar.
She has got a jar. I will take. I have the jar.
I have the jar.
Give me the
You
jar.
gave me the jar, and I have 3.
All in that one jar?
Yeah.
Jar itself.
3 uses.
Uses. Each jar contains. You roll for how many uses.
You bought 3 jars worth?
Yeah.
So there's 3 jars worth. You
Oh,
roll for
3
how many
D8?
uses.
Okay.
I think it was
I thought it was like 1 jar, and it was like 3 uses.
That's what I thought too.
No.
So we have
No.
three
Each
jars.
jar, you have like
Jar.
9 uses
I'm
now or
gonna,
so.
I'm gonna take my
So-
jar and roll for it.
When do you roll for uses? Right, like right now.
When you guys like start using them, we can, and
Okay.
just
Oh,
establish
that's
that per
I'm gonna roll
jar.
for mine
Okay.
right now. Just
Okay.
because I'm carrying it.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And rations for the record are 5 silver apiece. So load up on whatever you'd like.
I have 3 uses of my Christmas.
Food, depending on the quality.
Obviously good quality.
How good? Wealthy, comfortable, modest.
Wealthy.
4 gold pieces per day worth of food.
Okay. I will buy
It's
probably
5 silver apiece.
So
Like 10.
I'll buy 4 days worth for now.
Okay, so 4 times, so 16 gold.
Okay.
4 silver.
5 silver per yeah.
Per ration, 5 silver, yeah.
By 10.
And rations are weirdly heavy also. They're 2 pounds per.
There's a guy on YouTube who did a video on rations.
Because dry food suitable.
He actually measured out 2 pounds of food and like saw if he could live off it for a day, and he said it was awful.
Yeah.
But then
They're
he
rations.
made hardtack,
Oh yeah.
and then he was like, I'm actually full and couldn't finish it all.
Wow.
It's
So like,
absolutely-
if you make proper rations, it's actually
Yeah.
So the rations are selling to you.
Isn't just it's including beef jerky, dry fruit, hardtack, and nuts is one.
So
is
he
one
did
ration.
he did all of that. He actually got beef jerky, like all of that,
Yeah.
and he with the amount of I think it was the nuts actually that he was filled up by
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
fatty, right? Yeah. But it's cool. You should watch it.
I feel like I've watched this.
Rations. I'm good. My weapon. I don't need to one up on my weapons.
I have
Maybe
21
weapons.
daggers.
Man.
I need to put some of those in the
The
bag.
metal knuckles would be cool, but I'm assuming I'd have to like specially make those, right?
No, I was like, I want some of those too. Just 'cause I'm a
Let
cat.
me see what his inventory looks like.
I don't think knuckle dusters are even really a thing in the player's handbook.
D&D, yeah.
Make 'em.
Would anybody else like healing
I would
things from your
I think
No.
I used
He has
the
nothing.
ones that I had.
Like everybody
Quick
used
use the
every single
washroom.
year, which we always have.
I will.
Surprised by that myself.
I have note. I've taken 2,000 sheets of paper.
I think-
I know. It is
stockpile.
I think
I poured the greater healing potion that you gave me down.
no, it was just a regular healing potion that, or
You gave me one of the. You had several greater healing potions.
and I gave one to you and I gave one to him.
Yes.
I think I ran.
Right? Oh yeah, I gave you
Well, you had a
Whose throat did I dump it
superior
down?
and a greater, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I got 2.
Or no, him.
No, you didn't.
I
Lucian
poured it
gave
down,
you
guys.
the-
I poured
I
mine.
gave you a
Lucian
potion.
gave you the healing potion that you used on me.
Yes.
No, that was another. There was another one that I got before the battle,
I think I gave.
and
I
I
gave
poured it
3
down
out.
someone's throat. I don't remember. Who.
Was it Faltrina?
Yes,
It was Faltrina.
I think it was. Because she was down immediately right after.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
that
did.
makes sense.
Went for Faltrina.
But yeah, when you were
That was
down,
how we
I think
all
Gaius
literally used all
carried
of
it
them.
over because I was like, I can't move. Remember?
Yeah, because you were originally going to give it to him, but it's just like, how about I give it to Gaius to use instead?
So the one that you gave me before the battle, I'll give back.
Okay.
So that was a regular healing potion.
What was that?
I'm
Was
gonna
that a
give you so
regular?
you can.
That was a greater.
Oh.
Okay. So, any other business in town?
I'll take another jar, unless like
He's out.
no of his. I'm talking to him.
Never mind. Sorry.
Can I have another one? Yeah. Okay. I'll take 2 of the jars. So 150 back to you.
Sweet.
When I write Fort George,
George.
the way that I write, it just looks like Fart George.
Fart George.
Every single
Okay.
time.
All right. Let's roll for another one.
Do it.
It's a mini one.
No dice.
A little bit of one. So I have 3 doses in one jar, 2 doses in another. It's 1d4 plus 1, so I'm always
okay.
going to get one. So
I think I'll roll now just to know how many.
It's good to know.
Do it.
Kind of.
nice.
3?
3.
Oh, 2.
Easy.
Not one.
Lucky.
Yeah, unfortunately, luck has nothing to do with it.
How much?
It's about the
How
potency
much does
of
it heal?
pixie bones.
Potency, picks
Yeah,
bones.
2d plus 2.
Bones.
I'm a big
Good.
fan.
It's nice to have
Big
that
fan of
because
potency.
again, I'm mobile
Pixie
and I can
bones.
slap it on people.
And that's what I
Is it a full action to use? It's not a bonus
That
action.
one's a bit different, yeah. It's not like drinking a potion.
So many things in my backpack.
You can't just like rub it on your hand and slap them on the ass as you run by.
I mean, yeah, but you, as an action.
Whoa, get him up!
All right. Any more business in town?
I feel like we
next
start
question.
gathering up.
Are you guys
saying
taking?
goodbye, I guess.
Okay.
Then.
Next question is: are you guys taking the horses that are at your disposal?
Yes. But if we're going into the woods after.
I mean, these are war horses. These are all terrain.
It just makes us more mobile. It makes us more mobile.
Might as well, even if like we can ride them back quickly to head out if we're not taking
Like,
them.
how long would it take to ride on the horses to Fort George instead of 6
Half the
hours?
time if you're going to ride them.
3 hours.
Alright,
And they, like it's not that long of a distance. They won't die from exhaustion.
We get there for 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Alright,
And if we don't need them,
we
we can bring them back and then.
I don't need one because I'll be flying.
Oh, actually, yeah. No, I think I'm away.
Flying away.
I'll take them.
I'll take one.
Actually, no, you're right. I should
Ride this one out.
I should ride this one out.
The legs are stretched.
You get the legs stretched by sitting down on a horse.
Sabina, did you remember to prepare the stone shape spell this morning
The stone shape? No.
for the statue that we were going to? No. Okay. Do that another time.
Sorry, I was a little upset last night and slipped my mind.
I'll
Right, guys.
alert Gaius that there's all those sheets of paper inside the library.
Oh, good heavens!
Yes.
Oh my.
Use this to help study for the students. I can create more if need be. When the time comes.
A mess. I'm so overwhelmed with delight.
Yeah, delight.
Can't make words.
I just need ink to go along with it.
If we can fabricate ink, that would be exceptional.
Unfortunately, the manipulation of such particles, I'm not entirely sure that is possible.
So Yasif could probably help you.
I'll relay the recipe that I used in the
That seems formidable enough. With a bit of alchemy, we could easily give aid to our
And you have,
eccentric bookstore owner.
and you have the money to do it now too, so.
Take care.
Goodbye.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, we will.
Gives them a hug and gives them a kiss.
I was about to hug and you come in.
Yeah, I'm like,
Like
push you
that.
out of the way.
I imagine any time you. Oh, Jesus.
Good Lord.
Crazy.
she just slid in. That's all. I imagine any time you're talking to Gaius, it's like,
Oh yes. By the way.
He hugs you both equally.
Does he?
I was here first.
Take care, both of you.
Child.
Okay. Yeah.
The horses are so funny because you're so small. On them.
War horse.
They're covered in like chainmail.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys make your way as you. Yeah.
Can I have a pretty one?
Can I have a
What
white
color's
one?
my horse?
Yeah.
I want a white one.
Do they have names already?
Most of them are brown.
Oh, I want a white one though.
Chestnut. Can I pay one? Mocha.
There are no white ones.
Is there a black one?
No, it's dark
They're all
brown.
brown.
They're all brown.
They're all brown.
One black one.
I'll have the black one.
Okay. All the other ones are brown.
We're done with the horse.
hey, I like mine. I call him Turd. Let's go.
I call him mush.
So you gather some horses from the stables, get them all barded up. The stable master helps you out, of course, and that is their task. You guys begin making your way to Fort George. So, While all of that is happening,
Meanwhile,
How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, we're
I was
actually...
just vibing.
Just vibing with a dragon.
Just vibing.
Vignar, as the morning wakes you, as the sound of Jonk's voice wakes you,
Well,
Vignar,
it's morning. It's good. What we do?
Yes, this is good junk.
Oh, junk.
Just gonna give like Vashira a little hit that. How are the rest? Are they rested?
We ready?
We go back to fort.
I tell lizards. We go.
Yes.
you see Vashira's kind of like,
Yes, little one.
roll me a medicine check.
What do this? 18.
Nice.
She looks sick this morning. Not malnourished. Sick like she's dying. You see her eyes sunken. Her flesh less shimmery than normal and more of a flat, matte bronze look to it. Her wings and ears kind of drooping down a little bit.
What is the matter?
Vashira, his power.
Come, let us get you into the light. Sun will do you good.
You feel her body is very cold, shivering, kind of like. As you lift her up, carry her up, kind of like make your way up to the surface. Where the ruins are, there's a little bit of less over covered. The sun kind of comes down, warming your flesh, and you kind of bask in the warmth. And she kind of. Vashira.
This is beyond me. Can you eat? Can you offer her a feast?
No, not 20. She's still contains her.
I'll get more.
Manages to chow down, to be honest.
That's good. You've not lost your appetite. You must move. See what the day brings you.
So you and the lizard folk?
Yep. I'm gonna start making our way back towards the fort.
Okay.
Some like scouts out ahead.
Okay. Okay. So, as you make your way, holding Vashira, her body kind of shivering in your arms the whole time, like traveling through the woods. You hear no sign of orcs coming back from the scouts as they kind of like dart up front, return word, you continue forth. It takes you about 6 hours to go through. In that time, though, you would arrive Fort George an hour or two before the rest of the party. So as you arrive, pushing through the trees, that tree line, and you see the lumber mill, you see just smoke from the residue of fire. As you just see upon the plateau, smoke and ash rising.
Report. Are there any around here?
There too. Two orc
Two.
in center. They laugh, eat meat.
Then we will laugh and eat meat soon.
Me.
Circle around. Close them in.
We go.
Two orcs are literally no match for you and the lizard folk.
Yeah, just like
So
slowly.
as you guys circle
you
up-
start slowly seeing them pop out.
You see the orcs like in the very center of Fort George, like where the well and the statue are. See one of them sitting like up on the statue, basically with like a big piece of flesh in its hands, kind of like. You see another one like kind of slumped over, half asleep, like with a fire in front of them. And you see two poles with heads upon them.
Kill them.
Would
You see the lizards like before the sounds of as they murder the two orcs. There's no like 16 lizards versus two orcs. We're not gonna roll for that. It's no one.
It's a slaughter.
It's a slaughter, yeah.
Especially sneak attack, the sneaks.
So as you step in,
I mean, John's lizard leadership.
you see the
As a
like
prize round?
smoldering residue of the wall, the half-constructed buildings that may have been just reduced to a pile of ash and cinder, still smoking. You see upon two large spears the heads of Fronzono and Faltrina.
I might take both spears and get their heads off at least. Oh my. Yes, Vashira.
It's cold.
Yes, I know you are. Junk. Look for weapons and armor. Arm up. We need better supplies.
Oh, 19, hell yeah.
Yes, Junk.
So, these lizards kind of fan out. They come back well equipped, more so than before. A lot of them wearing like bits of armor, metal, carrying like huge orcish kind of weapons. So for the sake of it, I don't know if they're actually wearing armor in terms of their sheet,
I don't think so either.
but 16, I'll say we'll add +2 to each lizard man's AC.
Nice.
Let's go.
17, baby.
Go the shield bearer.
Hopefully we don't have the fight.
As they kind of patch together like bits of armor, leathers, these like thick orcish hides. The lizard folk are kind of looking mean as fuck right now. They're like covered in blood and bone and metal, and the next couple of hours before you hear a report back.
Horses from south approaching.
How many?
5.
About time.
Bitch.
What we do?
Bitch.
We wait. We know that, don't we?
You guys wait. As the rest of you gallop towards Fort George, and you see the black smoke still rising as you get nearer and nearer. You gallop up the incline to the plateau, where you see smoke, cinder, burnt buildings around, a statue covered in blood.
Vignar
You see
sitting
Vignar.
cross-legged at the base of the statue.
About 16 lizard folk around him. And you see Vashira in his arms, in his lap rather, as he sits cross-legged in front of the statue of Tulgo.
I was expecting to be
As
here.
they kind of like, whoa.
Did you find their bodies?
What was left of them?
Where are they?
the two heads on the ground.
We
They were
just
on this
like
level.
How big is the statue? Can I move it with telekinesis?
No.
How big is it?
Like 15 feet tall from like the base of the structure and then the statue on top of it.
I was thinking we could bury them under the statue. Maybe at the base is fine.
Or the base will be fine.
I'm gonna start digging. I have a shovel.
There, little one.
I'll help you. Davina, I know this is hard, but if you could bless the ground before we bury them, please.
Vashira is not well.
What does that mean?
She is not well, is what I said. Look at her.
Can I do a check on it?
You can do medicine check, yeah.
can I assist something proficient?
Okay, if you're proficient, then you should roll.
So advantage? 17.
She does not look good. She looks like she's very weak. Her body is quivering. Scales look dull.
The night before she was fine. This morning, weak.
Does she need heat? Proper heat.
Fire's heat.
Flame, yes.
What do we know about this type of dragon?
Seems she is bronze. Immersed in a sea or ocean for someplace where tide waters flow over it at least twice
She's
a day. That's for
brass.
the big. Brass. You're right. Get going. Open flame. Vastly different.
I was like, ocean doesn't sound
Must be
right at
kept
all.
in open flame or in temperature of at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is her incubation period. They'll let her go when she's born.
I would assume hatching dragon eggs. Need a little bit more.
If you're reading through the Dragonomicon,
Yeah.
Lucian,
Yes.
so for the sake of the roll, you can roll me an intelligence check.
I'm good at that.
She can draw from the
She's cold and cold.
17.
Based on what you would understand is, in terms of newborns, they have difficulty because they're not strong enough to survive without a strong presence of magical weave on Mora. And you would guess maybe that the proximity to the Hajum for the first while might be necessary to keep her alive in her newborn state.
It seems we need something of colossal scale magical energy in order to sustain Vashira while she's young and growing. The Hajum would be a good source of energy for this.
So that must have been why she was what they
Precisely
found her with the Hajun.
why she was
Also
able
the
to be.
safest place for her.
Yes.
Tyndall, can you bring it closer to her?
I'll step close.
I'm keeping an eye on Vignar.
So your head kind of like,
I kind of.
Cheetah.
That's right.
She wants power.
Always. I'll take the little, like, leather patch that I have on sitting on the Hajun that I've wrapped up so that she can see it on my chest.
Can't you see?
I'm assuming that the
Sense
dragon
it at
has
least.
true sight. I'm assuming.
Yeah. Actually, I have true sight, but she
sense magical.
senses this magical things. Yeah. She kind of,
You can't see it.
She'll have to draw from it.
You said that she needed powerful weave magic to sustain her, right?
Yes.
Maybe drawing from it is what will help her.
It'll make her cold.
I'm gonna grab her little paw,
Little paw.
claw, put it on the Hajun.
power. Try and pull power.
Assist.
She's like kind of. You see her claw like resonate over this kind of empty surface for the most of you, but you and Barrett would both see this as the color changes to a deep brass color and sucks into her. As you see the shimmer of her scales begin to be restored. She kind of
Did it. Good job, Tindo.
Shira
That
has
was all her.
power.
Do you feel better, little one?
Is this why you returned?
Can I go over and give her a hug?
I returned
She's
to
like
finish
still
our
in
business
Vignar's
here.
lab.
No, never mind.
That's partly why we're here as well. Have you found any more?
There were only 2 left. Are there not?
Do you have any scouts looking for the rest?
It would not be hard to follow the trail that they left. I assume they would have headed north.
I'm gonna go. Well, are we done digging the grave?
Did you
Assumedly, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I
start
want to
looking for
bless
that
it, but I
trail.
also want to perform a funeral.
That could be the ceremony thing we could probably do.
What do you want to say?
No, we didn't really have the best start when we first met. But we ended up being really good friends in the end, and I remember everything from before. Faltrina, my best friend. Just really gonna miss her. Fronzono too, I guess.
Yeah.
I just take good care of them, Dad. They mean a lot to me.
Beautiful.
Anybody else need to say anything?
Fronzono, the last words you kind of really said to me was, keep it in front of me. I'm gonna keep that to heart now. You and your sister, rest easy. You deserve it. I'm sorry.
Thank you for believing in us. I'm sorry that you believed in us. Maybe if you didn't, you wouldn't be there where you are now.
Fucking crocodile tears out of here.
And I will revoke that.
You have to bury.
What?
You have to bury.
Davina lights 2 candles. It's kind of dark.
Made them join Suthea, the greatest of heroes.
Vashira just looks up at the sun. Suthea. And it walks over to you, Davina, and just sits in your lap.
She just kind of lets her and puts her arms around her and cries.
So now there's this asshole.
Bold words.
Yes.
The lizard men are all like,
Steady boys. Speak your words.
have nothing to say to you.
You had much to say behind my back.
What do you mean? As you were running away, you could have turned to face me at any moment.
Merely preserving life.
Yours.
And hers.
What about us?
You chose your fight.
Apparently we chose our friends poorly.
I was not the one you traveled here with.
You don't deserve his body.
Then take it.
Okay. Is that what you want, Vignar?
No, I do not wish this.
Then don't threaten me.
It was no threat.
Stunning strike. I'll take that eye again. I'm just kidding.
Okay, great.
Don't give her any ideas.
Totally good.
You guys feel the wind blow through. The soot and ash from all the burning buildings around you blowing across your faces. The smell of incense and the candle wax burning around you.
I feel like we're just standing here waiting for somebody to make a decision or a move.
I want to go kill something.
I too share that sentiment.
I'm going to try and pick up the trail.
Shall we?
The orcs, the remaining orcs.
On some orc.
That's easy enough as you see like the dominant number of footsteps that remain heading north up the path. The regular road.
So I'm going. Hop on Chestnut. Yep.
Okay.
Mush.
Shaga starts riding out.
I'll hop on Mush.
You named it Lucian?
No, I named it Mush.
Oh, I'll hop on Lucian.
Lucian.
Lucian Jr.
Okay, 3 Lucians for this.
LJ.
You're joining Kshagra. So Lucian and Kshagra begin to ride.
So?
So,
Do you follow?
I follow the dragon. I wish to see her safe. That is all.
You don't get it? It's all connected. To see her safe is to see the Hadrim safe. To see the Hadrim safe is to see me safe. To see me safe is to see everybody here safe. You don't get it. I can't even look at you, knowing that it's not my friend in there. He was my best friend. If you stay in his body, then do it service. Because the man that was in there before would have never done to me what you did. And I'll take you up on that. If you don't want it anymore, I'll gladly take it away from you.
Your words are heard.
I'll hop on Turton all right away now.
Turret.
The one deer. Go down to. Oh, I'm on Tyranid. Amazing.
flippity.
It was.
I was like, I thought turret was a really cool.
Oh, turret is cool.
Turret is very
Turret's
cool.
cool. I'm gonna name it turret now. That's better. Okay.
We misheard you every other time.
Turret.
No.
I heard turret and I died inside.
Well, you said they're all brown, so I was like, I'm gonna name it turret. Turret. We're riding on turret, and I'm gonna. Oh wait, no, I can't. I'm not gonna ride away. Sorry, actually, I can't. I'm not gonna leave Vashira.
You hop on them.
I'll hop on and I'll look at Davina. Are you bringing her?
Can I tell if she's well enough to travel?
She seems in great health.
Come, little one,
She's
let's.
kind of licking the tears off your cheeks.
I'm just like petting her, like. Come. And then.
That's pretty. Points to your Harriet.
Thanks. Do you want to touch it?
For Vashira.
Hell yeah. There's a little belt.
Poor Davina, but. Davina will get Vashira a pretty gem necklace. Just like this one. Kind of. But not right now. Do you want to ride a horse? It goes fast. I take her up on the horse with me.
Vignar?
I will follow. Go.
Don't forget that you wear his eye on your hand. That's not yours.
I'm well aware.
Then fucking act like it.
I go off riding next to Tim, staying close.
Hi, Derek.
I'm gonna just stare at like, well, add it to your hoard, and I get all my horse and leave.
That was fucking rough.
What we do? Vignar.
We follow.
What are you gonna let you?
They sound like Tim.
You start scurrying around, some of them branching off to kind of scout the side woods, some of them following along, keeping as best pace they can. They're not able to run like horses.
John will stay beside Vig.
Okay.
It's good plan.
It's a plan. It's good. It's a plan for now, John. Keep her safe. That is the good plan.
We die. We're all done. Good luck on.
If we have to. Carry on. Follow. The foot as slow as could be.
I was gonna say I wouldn't go so fast. I actually almost gave
More
up
of a
my
normal
horse.
pace.
Yeah, I'm not like.
I'm not galloping by any means.
Probably
Maybe
just
at first,
I
'cause I was like,
galloped,
yeah,
you know.
but then I slow down.
Yeah, that's how I pictured it as well.
Okay. So,
Understanding of the normal.
as you guys leave Fort George,
You should have had that.
where are you heading?
North.
Yeah.
Following the trail.
Oh,
Okay.
close to Fistfield.
Mm-hmm.
So the trail branches off, of course, where you see it heads south. Eventually, you make it to this intersection where you see the majority of the tracks continue northward along the trail.
But some of them go
Some of them
branch
branch off southward into the woods. Some left, some right.
out. Can I determine the number that branched off?
Roll me a survival check. You and Lucian will be a little bit ahead of everyone, just a couple minutes, but not far. As you kind of stop.
Look at these tracks here. Some seem to be branching off towards the mountain.
Yes. I see some
Some can just be going
sleuth out.
on their own. Want to help me look?
Of course.
Two 13s. Interesting.
Interesting.
13 plus 6 is 19, plus 6 is 25.
Okay. So you see maybe about 10 to 20 footsteps, roughly, that seem to travel northward, and about 4 that travel into the Tulgo Woods, and 4 that head down this path to the south toward the Hunter's Woods and towards that mine.
I'm really happy that I told Yasmin to bring soldiers with him. To the woods.
There's 4.
Well, there's also miles of wood between Freeheart Port and there, but yeah.
What do you think, Lucian? Are they just scouts going off the 4 that went this way and the 4 that went towards the mountain?
Perhaps there was a number of them that fled throughout the battle. Perhaps some sought refuge within the caves, the mountain. Some veered off into the woods. There could be scouts. I feel that their leader continued south. That is whom's head is which I want.
Alright, let's hold here. Let's wait for the others. See what they think. How long do you think it is until Fist Village from here?
Could be a number of hours. What time?
Running at fast pace, 4 miles an hour. So let's see here. From here, be 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 hours ride to Fist Village at most. 3 to 4 hours ride.
3 to 4 hours ride.
But
who knows what we
a
may
little bit
find.
longer of a journey.
Well, probably more orcs. How many will determine how we handle it. We know that if we see another number like last time, that we should not engage.
Agreed.
No matter how much we want vengeance. It wouldn't be smart.
Can we catch up at this point?
What did you guys find?
What?
What did you guys find?
Well, the tracks branch off here. Some go, only about 4 go off towards the mountain at the mines. 4 go off into Tulgo Woods, and the rest seem to continue northwards towards Fist Village. Or perhaps to the bridge. But I'll have to see once we get to that crossroads.
Perhaps meet up with the other hordes.
Who knows what they have garrisoned outside of the mountain range.
Can I get a little zoom out, actually? And then, yeah. Oh, more, actually? Yeah. Okay, great. I just want to see where the next one is.
Say travel through the mountains.
There's more.
No, I know, but they wouldn't, they're not all coming here within like a few days.
No.
So,
But there were 2 armies, I know that, 200.
Yeah, the first little skull or whatever
That's
would have
right.
been the first army that you guys engaged with.
right, so
So
then
what
there's
you're
another
tracking
one.
would be the remnants.
What we left behind, basically. But then there's another army
Another-
worth of like 200 at
Yeah,
Mountain Bottoms.
like Clap Bottoms winery. Yeah. Like, basically, it's exactly what you guys just faced, roughly.
Go through Reaper Town, and like all of their dead friends are everywhere and stuff, and like that's what it feels like going to this village, finding the dead bodies.
Yeah.
Batten Bottom, where we were before, all of our friends, they're all fucking dead
All the
too.
destruction that we were at, all the things, all the places that we were are now.
Like the safe havens that we were at
Now.
Little
are
paths,
now.
paths of destruction.
Should I send a message at some point to Marcia?
For what?
To see if they've...
Been overrun by orcs. It's worth knowing. Let's continue on to the next crossroads at least. We'll get more information from the tracks there.
Perhaps we should hold up at the next crossroads. Regroup.
Close to the bridge.
Go to the battlement.
Let's continue on.
Okay, who's in the front?
Me.
Okay, and Vignar, you're joining, like just a little bit behind, basically. Okay.
I'm staying in the back.
I was gonna say I don't mind riding in the back. I'm never gonna lose sight of the Lizard Folk Army.
Gotcha.
And I'm going, since I have Vashira, I'm not going to be in the front for sure.
Okay. So,
Close to me.
I'll be up there with
Kashara, if you're in the front, you can roll me a perception check.
You're really good at this.
You and I, baby.
You will.
You and I.
20. I fell to an 8. That's okay. I get a plus 10. 18 plus 7 is a 25.
Okay,
Awful.
that's quite great. So, being that it's a relatively clear day out as well, as afternoon pushes into late afternoon, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock or so maybe, you see a mile or so ahead up the path, you see a small fire, several figures around it, maybe 4 or 5, that are kind of centered on the path that diverges left and right, west and northward. Yeah.
Hold up. I think I see a fire up ahead. You see that? I do. There seems to be about 7 or so figures huddled around it.
I can find out.
Maybe you should send a posture over them and have a
Everybody, pull
gander.
your horses off to the side. That'd be an idea.
I tell Vashira, forgot to play a game.
Archimedes.
Who can be the most quiet?
Ah, what?
Didn't miss
I
that.
feel like I've been out of here for 10 weeks. Gah.
I am in need of your service, your keen eye, old friend.
All right.
Right. Now, fly close to that fire over there, not too far.
All right, but if you get me killed again, I'll hold it against you.
I'll find the fattest rat for you upon your return.
Yeah.
Flies up. Roll me perception check. Perception check for Archie.
What's that?
You just hear Archie in your head. No! Yeah, exactly.
So he has advantage on that.
I actually imagine Bashir going.
That'd be funny.
12 and 12 plus 3, so 15.
You roll 2 12s, you roll 2 13s.
Yeah.
So as he kind of flies above, the report back sees 3 armored orcs and 1 like regular looking orc. Bow seems to be looking out for things while the other 3 are kind of like resting, laying around. Some of them have like half their armor off and their weapons are aside. They seem to be kind of like, this is maybe a scouting party of some kind, or an outpost that they're maybe putting behind. But there's 3 armored orcs, 1 regular one. They seem to be at ease for the most part, except for 1 with the bow who's keeping watch.
Ah, yes. I can see it now. There seems to be 3 unarmored, but normally armored orcs. They seem to be an outpost of some sort. But at relief.
Do they look injured?
No, but we might be able to get the surprise on them. If we...
Is there 7 in total?
There was only 4. Archimedes saw.
I don't know where you pulled 7 from.
I thought I heard 7.
No. So I must have several.
I
yeah.
always think 7 when people say several.
That's at least 7. More than a few.
I think it's
3
less than a lot. You know?
1
Three
soul.
half armored and one
It's in that
without.
6 to 10 range.
1 who's like kind of poking the
4 or 5.
fire,
That's
some
like the-
meat
except
cooking
it's
over
several.
top it,
Several?
kind of thing.
Yeah. If he was 2 or 3 or 4.
Well, that's easy to take out.
Joke.
All right, let's roll a stealth check for the lizards all together.
I'll watch that.
Don't you kill my Drongo.
Drongo was the first kill.
Matt rolls for Drongo.
17.
He falls.
It actually came up dead.
He had 1 hit point, he falls and trips over a rock and dies.
We woke up
The
dead.
orcs are not paying very much attention at all, actually. As
What they roll for stealth?
17.
17, so as you guys see the lizards just kind of fan out, disappear. You guys are just waiting. Maybe 10, 15, 20 minutes pass before you eventually... Is Archimedes still looking above?
Archimedes will still be circling about, yeah.
Okay.
Seeing for movement.
See the lizards taking position eventually outside.
Aerial view.
There's 16 of them. Before they eventually just... Now, we're just going to roll a general roll here.
Mhm.
I'll say the lizards can have advantage, and the orcs will have disadvantage. And essentially, the highest roll between these two will just win the engagement for the simplicity of it. I'll roll in front of you guys for the sake of it. You have disadvantage.
15.
Okay, easy enough. So as you see the lizards kind of go, you hear this one loud yell, but it's very quickly cut short all of a sudden as his head is just completely removed all of a sudden as this like silver thing just comes across before 3 other lizard men come around and just rip the body apart while the other like 12 or so just kind of come around and annihilate the other 3 orcs that are kind of half aware, half not paying attention. And the sounds of violence fill the air before they're quickly cut short.
Before you dispatched them, Davina had one request for them. Put the orcs' heads on a stick.
This is our way.
It's a good plan.
Yes, it's a good idea.
Maybe facing north.
Love that.
Yeah. So it's like right in the middle of the road, like.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue forward.
What time is it?
4:30
Oh, great.
p.m.
Yes.
Are we at the
I'm
crossing?
tired.
We're at the higher one by the bridge, yeah.
Can we from here? Can we see what the bridge looks like?
Roll me a perception check.
Good call.
Say 17.
Okay. So from here, you see the semi-reconstructed but previously ruined fortress that you guys last engaged with Rosna in,
That was a dragon.
where it looks like there's some scaffolding up that had been like put in place to reconstruct it. You don't see any workers, you see no individuals, you see no signs of life whatsoever around it. And then you see the bridge, I guess, like leading off into the distance.
Doesn't seem to be much light coming from the bridge.
Is the bridge intact?
As much as we left it, probably a little better.
Do you think the orcs got to them?
I mean, with any luck, they crossed the bridge and Ursula took care of them.
It's very true.
I'm looking through the orcs to see if any of them are Kurgoth or if any of them have any sort of documents, missives, notes.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Do it, bud.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Every skill.
Do it.
Nice.
Knew it.
That's wait. Investigation plus 4. So 14 plus 8, 22.
Nice. Okay. So you kind of scour through the orc bodies. Other than finding, rags, I would say you find about 2
Sexy rags.
rations worth of like dried meat. A few like water skins that are partially filled still, although caked with like gross orc skin at the mouth rather. But you do find a parchment written in Orcish with what seem to be instructions.
I can comprehend language.
Great. Would you read this for me, Davina?
I would know. I'd be able to read with comprehend languages, right?
If you're casting comprehend
Yeah.
languages, yeah. So it says orders from Kurgoth. Hold road. Kill any who travel. Relief in 3 days. So hold road.
Kill any who travel. Relief in 3 days.
Can you tell if this was a notice given when they came down or when they went back up?
Is it dated?
No.
Well, you never know.
September 2nd.
Signed Kurgoth.
Love forever.
Love forever.
It's diary.
Dotted with hearts. The eyes are dotted with hearts.
Love.
Actually, they're dotted with little mini skulls.
Too bad there's no eyes you can dot.
Alright, well, I relay that.
It means in 3 days more are coming.
We don't know how
It could be
many.
2 days if it was given to them on their way down to Fort George.
Can I tell how old the parchment is? Or like the ink, like if it's I don't know. Or can I tell how long these orcs have been
I would say for that, maybe we can do an investigation check. Well, are you proficient with calligraphy?
I don't think so.
Nerd, get out here!
He is. Lucian is. You're proficient with calligraphy, right? Oh no, it's maps that you're proficient with.
Photography.
Photography, yeah.
Photography, yes.
Not calligraphy.
The only
Not
good-
calligraphy,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I mean, cryptography is inks on parchment.
I'm also equipped with
It's more about the ability
forging.
of reading
Forgery,
maps.
that's what I thought. Yeah, right. You're right.
Not
Yeah,
necessarily
disguise and
determining the
forgery.
age of ink so much as matching writing styles.
Yeah.
And mapping, it's more like understanding mapping mechanics and such, like cartography. The two
I
are
don't
semi-related, but not going to be
Not
helpful
quite.
for this check.
No.
Okay, roll me an intelligence check with disadvantage.
Alright, I'll roll this twice. Come on, guys.
19.
He's fine.
$14.
Hard to tell. It's just dried ink to you, unfortunately. It's a shitty, like dark reddish looking ink.
Some
Kind of chunky, almost like crayon. Like a wax foundation to it, maybe.
Alright.
The parchment itself is mostly just like pounded lamb skin.
No.
I think it's probably better to assume that
I like hand
have
it back
2
to
days instead of
Cassandra. I'm
3.
like,
That's okay, I don't need that. The information is all we really needed.
It's best to
did the
think-
camp look like it's been here for a while?
Probably it. Maybe. Roll me a survival check.
Smart. Winning.
Even
Keeps him rested in the forest.
that'll be a 9.
The fire is still going, so you're like, man, this camp could be new. Could be old.
No
I mean, the
fucking-
fire's still smoking and stuff, so
Alright.
hard
That's
to
a
tell.
good idea. Can I try to see how long the camp's been here?
You remember saying it? People may try the same.
I see Davina struggling with the determined looking
I'm
at
going
the
to
fire.
cast guidance.
Oh, amazing. Instead of looking at the fire, I'm going to look for how much shit I can find.
Great.
Work shit. How many,
Alright.
and then from that, I'm going to get an
Or
idea
poops.
of how many days
All right,
4
so
of them have been
Work latrine.
you start finding the urinary trail of the excrement,
Yeah. It's not pretty, but this is
It's like the Oregon Trail.
nose to ground.
Dysentery.
Guidance is a D4, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go.
The rolls are
So
pretty good over there.
19 plus. Dude.
We have
Big.
that.
Found the shit.
Yeah,
You
plus
find-
6 is a 25, plus the guidance is a 26, and if need be, I can add the 8 to that for
26 is
a
34.
26 will be fine. You find a
rubbing
fairly large
Shit,
Ro-
alright?
pile, fairly large pile of orc shit. Some of which you would guess the best date would be at least a week or 2 old. Maybe less actually, more like a week old. This camp here has definitely been recycled by many different orcs who have been keeping watch, but it seems to be like at one point was occupied by more than just 4 for sure, and was likely. You see like indentations where many had slept, like hundreds have slept. And this was probably like a launching point for where they had moved south from Fort George.
What have they been eating?
Lots of berries, twigs, and human flesh.
Berries and flesh.
And yeah, the Fist Village, basically.
The whole fist.
Oh,
Bad for fingers. And
my little fisherman friend.
They can fit a whole fist to their mouth.
I used to be able to.
Fun facts.
okay.
Right, Fist Village.
Said 2 weeks.
More like maybe 10 days.
Alright, I relay that to everybody else.
Mhm.
So, do we continue our hunt for Kurgoth, or...
I feel like if we go north, we might find another horde.
Well,
They have to die at some point, right?
Are we ready to make that battle right now, though?
I don't know if I am emotionally.
are there any horse tracks on the ground, or is it just, are they on foot?
Yeah, they're all on foot.
They're all on foot.
I think we have the element of speed right now.
All right.
If a fight breaks out, we can do hit and run tactics.
Right.
We hit
Move
them
the
quickly,
horses a ways back.
blow all of our spell slots, and then run away.
We talked about it
I don't hate this idea.
in a certain way, jokingly with Cass, but what if we kill as much as we can and then we raise them?
I don't have it prepared.
Okay.
You guys have to be.
And on top of that,
I didn't know we were going
We're
to.
planning ahead, it's okay. So this
But-
would be another day.
For the next day, yes. I think that's
on
a
top
good
of
idea.
that, mechanically speaking, Davina wouldn't be able to help us kill those bodies if we wanted to bring them back to the full power of her abilities.
She wouldn't be able to bring back, she at her max capacity was expending all of her slots. She can bring back 22 bodies.
But, a couple, 3 or 4 for every one that we kill is not a thing to shy away at also, though, right? Because that's an exponential growth at that point.
For what, I guess?
Keep them occupied
Let's
instead
see
of
what
hitting us.
the damage is.
Pincushions.
Anyway.
It's all about getting them to attack.
They'd be like what they play.
Yeah, like they'd.
I think zombies are like 10 maybe or something.
I'm gonna let's see.
They might have a boost from that. No?
Animate.
Oh, no, it's Necromancer
Yeah.
Wizard. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Like,
and
you
it's
can
only
choose- You can choose like skeleton or zombie depending on the
10
zombie.
feet. Undead
They just
servant.
take
They're
the-
both like a
Well,
half CR creature.
Perhaps
basically, so
raising
they're
some
not
skeleton archers are a fantastic idea. They are very well equipped. If they can. If we have the means of making it so.
How many times can you do that psychic glance?
Right now, 2 more times after my
Paper
paper making.
Yeah, crazy.
Turret making.
My horse.
After my turn making.
turn making.
Yeah, so Matt would have these stats for.
But I think him dropping dead
They're
from unknown
weak
causes
things.
wouldn't
Just
send the
suffice
right
to say.
message.
No.
Just flick
They
them.
need
Like
to
they'll
know that
die in one or
who
two
killed
hits.
them.
Yes.
One good hit, 2 bad hits.
They need to know who killed him.
Are you able to do that ball of acid without Gaius, or is that something that
Only with Gaius.
can you do any other big explosions, but
Not with
not
fire.
fire?
I can do a conical shape explosion. Centered on me.
How long is that? Is that
Conical.
60 feet?
It's technically bigger than, but it's from your point,
That's
right?
from my point. But
Oh,
I
it's
have
not
means
a-
of getting in.
How big? Like it's 60 feet like away, right? And then it's a 60-foot diameter. Is that how the cone works?
Yeah, it's something like for every 5 feet it goes like 5 feet more.
So if you were 60 feet up and you did it downwards, that would be a 60-foot
So I'll show you
line.
because it's
not
actually
a
quite
line. It would be
quite
a
handy.
cone. It's not a. It would be.
It would-
Oh,
be
you're right,
a
you're right,
It's
you're
not,
right,
it's not a 2D shape.
It'd be a
60
60
foot.
This is how
foot
cones
area.
Yeah. So it would create a 60-foot diameter circle on the ground.
Oh. Yes.
So if you did it straight down, yeah.
Yeah. So if we fly 60 feet above the army and,
Yeah, this is the diameter,
throw these
exactly.
down at them, you can do quite a bit of damage.
That is not a bad idea. Yes, I think I can do that. Yes.
Now,
She's like,
such
oh my god. Yeah. Give me a moment.
now remember that they can throw magic back at you, and many, many arrows.
I have a means of deflecting arrows.
Do you?
Oh!
We did see many of them hit you.
I pulled at least 3 out of you myself.
If I leave at night, there's a way that perhaps they won't see me coming.
I don't
Until
want
it is already too late.
I want you to go alone.
I could fly up with them.
At least have somebody to catch him if he falls and get out of there. Or no, that probably wouldn't work. I was thinking like ride on your back
That's what I was thinking too.
and use my cape to get us out quickly.
Lizards are,
Actually,
like, pulling orcs
what if
apart
instead
while
of
this
your
is
flight,
happening.
we use my flight so that you can have it? Well, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You just can't carry me while we're flying. But I have my means of levitating
Yes.
the both of us.
Yes.
So, what if I come with you with a platform, I levitate it over the encampment, you send off your magic. If things get hairy, I'll just wrap you up in my cloak, and we come back.
A platform would be good, just for cover as well. From any kind of artillery they may have.
Or one hit that sours my concentration, and we'd be followed. But again,
I could always catch us, and we can then teleport. I feel that's not a bad idea.
what do we think?
Oh, perhaps I'm being stupid, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. But why? Why are you going in alone to do one hit and then leave? You won't do enough damage to them to kill all of them. They'll heal overnight.
Perhaps.
And then it will notify them that.
Guerrilla tactics.
Just to
Yes.
say, hey, fuckers.
We'll kill many of them with 1 or 2 of those spells.
Barrett, how big of an illusion are you able to cast? Perhaps we can create a sort of epiphany for them from a dragon deity and make it look like a scornful dragon.
20-foot cube. So nothing.
That's a sizable beast, though,
More
Wait, why a dragon?
because they respond to a dragon right now.
They respond to Razna, who hates other dragons.
Because they
it
didn't.
might just anger them and bolster them.
Because if that was the case, they would have responded to when you were riding on.
True.
Now, what about the other god that we got that intel that said that there still is that other god that some of them still respect, the old god. Yeah, isn't it Gorgo?
History.
Is it Gorgo?
Or was that you?
Yeah, Gorgo. Now, does anybody know the form that Gorgo takes?
Perhaps we can look into it.
Who's proficient with religion?
No, I'm not. I'm like, ooh, no, I'm not.
Oh no, I definitely did not.
The cleric is not
One
proficient
of you
in
can make a
religion.
roll with advantage if you like.
Well, what's your bonus?
+4, and then I get my side eye on
Mine's +8. So you actually have a higher chance of rolling higher than
it. I'll let you do this one.
Thanks. I haven't rolled yet today.
No, yeah.
You.
Nice. Yeah.
It's a 23.
So,
Do
between
yourself
your
that. Can you
two...
tell me what type of form Gogo do?
Just kidding, I already know.
Oh, never mind.
So, Gorgo, being the god of orcs and goblinoids,
Okay.
is often depicted as a great and massive orcish gorilla of great power and poise. Created by Mora, who saw her rivals' creations and thought it fit to create her own as a balance in her creation,
So she's
giving an opposing force to Strom, as in the dwarf god and gnomish god, well, through extension, I guess. And Gorgo was divided in his image. However, he saw that more holes in his image were not yet filled, giving birth to a multitude of similar yet vastly different races in orcs and goblinoids. Gorgo lorded over these races, often controlling the minuteness of their existence for generations. The initial overprotective micromanagement led to a heavily religious mind bred into orcs especially, who were less intelligent and much stronger. Gorgo eventually saw that this was harmful over long periods of time, however, and chose to step back as a god, as more of a backseat god, and allowed his creations to kind of further their own path and ideally get stronger over the years.
So are you suggesting that Barrett make a giant gorilla orc?
The downside of that is
What you said.
I
Exactly.
Yeah, totally right.
I
Can't read
can't
for next week.
make it speak and understand Orcish. So
That is a challenge.
even if I'm fed lines,
It'll come across as not convincing. Maybe no words would be the most powerful message. Just anger and wrath.
I mean, some death often appears to me and doesn't say anything.
the hard part of that is that there's a lot of that's up for interpretation. What if they see that and see it as a blessing?
Them being crushed by a god.
I mean, if they see the god, and then they might place the attack in something completely different.
Fair. That's fair. That's a fair thought. I didn't think of that.
See the several lizards go over to you, Davina. You're holding Vashira still, and just offer several pieces of orc meat, like in front of her.
Are you hungry? Continue to hold it, she'll eat.
They eat out of the palms of their hands.
I bet you'd be like, oh,
And she might eat it.
I'll
never watch these things.
I think Jonka,
anyway, but
No, of course not. But
Jonka
no,
will
they
bring you
definitely
4 orc heads, and kind of like
Place them on pikes.
so they make some like pikes out of the bones of the orcs, and then stake the heads onto the.
That's metal.
Davina is very pleased by
Boy.
this.
Davina's pleased.
To be a little
You have pleased.
Davina will remember this.
Davina.
It'd be kind of great.
Sweet.
We should find out how many there are in Fist Village first.
maybe you send over
Send
Archimedes.
Archimedes can go. Yes.
All right.
And I'll find
Northwood.
I'll find a nice juicy raft for you.
So you're having him fly north. It'll take him at least 2 hours to
I
get to
love
Fist
that.
Village.
Just in your head, because I would
Yeah.
kill him.
Oh, he would have been dead
I love it. It's
I-
the second he appeared. I'd be like, nope.
Yeah, I'd say about 2 hours to get there.
How long would it take us to ride to
Which
the,
will be
the
nighttime.
tower at the bridge?
About the same.
I can only talk to him and communicate through him.
Yeah.
For
Well, you can still see through his. You can, no matter how far away he is, you can still see through it. You just can't communicate. It was the same with Whisper,
Really? But you had your back to the chain.
but that was that was fine familiar.
Quick question.
This is the same spell, so.
Does anyone have a golden reliquary with 500 gold?
Girl, you were just at the church.
While you're familiar with
Well-
100 feet of you.
Shit.
This
What is that? Is that like a that's like the little?
I don't
It's like a
know.
holder.
Prayer
It's like a holder of holy items, essentially.
So you should be able to continuously to observe, but you can't make any commands or
spells or anything like
like,
that.
yeah,
through-
Yep, you're basically
Celestial
blind,
is
deaf, and dumb
fucking
kind of thing.
Okay.
We have to go back.
you can't communicate, but you can still perceive what he's perceiving.
Okay, I can still warg out for.
Yeah.
He could fabricate
Okay.
it.
Cool. Yeah, it doesn't.
Out of 500 gold, he could
It
fabricate
doesn't limit the range for the word.
No, exactly. Just for your actual communication with him
Only
would be
is
100 feet.
It's just by the way it rules is
I
written.
think.
Okay. Cool.
But if he gets, sniped or something by an arrow, if they decide to kill him,
Yeah, be like, oh,
it's
he's
gone,
gone.
yeah.
Lucian,
Yes.
I have a question.
All right. I may have an answer.
Would it be possible for you to fabricate a reliquary out of 500 gold?
I don't know 300 verse.
Certainly not. I cannot create something like that.
I would say that would be fine, to be honest. I mean, it's literally like a chalice, right?
It's a holder of items, like right.
How complex is it?
I'm looking one up right now.
It's a box.
A box
basically.
might be a little more complex than Fabricate would allow for.
It's a golden reliquary.
Let's see. It's like a holder of items.
I mean, literally, if it was
How
like there's
simple.
no hinges or anything, it's just
If
like
it's one solid object.
Yeah, let's see,
I mean,
like,
it doesn't
it's a
say it
simple
needs
reliquary.
hinges.
you know, remove the top and off you go. It's
It
a
just
box.
says golden reliquary.
What will this allow you to do, Davina?
I would allow.
Summon Celestial.
Oh!
What?
Sounds. That sounds
That sounds really cool.
I'm impressed.
worth it.
Get fabricated.
I push over 500.
You gotta make it like
Whoa!
it's a celestial.
Isn't it pretty?
She just starts
It's
rolling
from
in it,
death.
like,
What's
jumps
a
out of your
celestial,
arms
like
and
from
just-
the realm of death look
Like a one
Like that
main-
fucker.
Like Sephiroth.
She's so much like me.
She's just basking in it, like literally scooping up gold coins in her mouth and kind of.
Don't choke.
Yeah, I'll spend my last fourth level spell slot for fabricating really
Fabricate as Bashir is
gold
like
skull.
in it.
Gold skull reliquary.
And she's just kind of
Oh,
sitting in
that's
this
actually a thing.
box.
That's dope.
Afterwards, her like
Gold
legs
skull
pursed up,
reliquary.
kind of like.
They have like seeds.
Yeah, hell
like they
yeah.
make them out of people.
Hell
sometimes.
Ooh, perhaps one of the orc skulls, I can make it like gold plated. Because I can't do much about making a skull, but I can use a skull as a base.
That is sick.
So it's a skull,
It's a skull.
an orc
Oh,
skull.
we gotta,
But it's like
we gotta
death,
get
right?
Kurgoth's skull and use that.
That will definitely be a prize position.
Say goodbye to 500 gold.
Yeah, I know, but it's worth it.
Some celestials know.
Also,
Does it consume a spell?
No, you
No.
continue to use it each time.
yeah,
Like, choose the form that your celestial takes.
yeah.
That's dope.
I was like looking at it. I'm like, if it consumes 5, like it consumes it, I'm gonna make that worth
You
it.
just need it as a
As a
foundation,
use.
Yeah.
right?
Well, then now you got a gold plated gold skull now.
Gold skull.
Gold plate, gold skull.
Orc skull, not gold skull.
I'm going to take Romanius's ring,
Gold plated gold skull.
Gold plated gold skull.
and I'm going to put it on. So I have like a bronze Forlords amulet that I'm just gonna take the shitty Forlords thing off and put the ring on and put it around Vashira's neck.
What the fuck?
Pretty.
Vashira.
Do you like it?
Vashira, Vashira.
Ooh, baby, when you talk.
She's got the booty.
You make the dragon glad.
Yeah, she's pleased.
Okay.
She's pleased. Bashira is pleased. But she'll remember this.
Yes. Well, I told her I'd make her something pretty.
Okay, so we have a plan. We're scouting ahead. Let's get the numbers.
Yes.
So Archimedes is scouting.
Archimedes is scouting ahead.
So it will take him 2 hours to do so. So by the time he gets there, it'll be dark, like 6 p.m., as in dusk.
He's an owl.
So we'll set this fire up.
I mean, for you guys as well.
We
Yeah.
should keep this fire going. If it goes out, that might alarm.
Trigger them as well.
I think
Good idea.
I will also be patrolling quite a ways out. I'd like to stay hidden in the trees and just kind of maybe go up like
Around here.
yeah.
In the first 10 minutes of his flight, I'll make a Lucian's tiny hut and allow all of us to be able to access it and have it,
Okay.
but away from the fire.
I'll stay by the fire to ensure that it's still lit.
Kishagra, before Archimedes,
Mhm.
would you be able to forge a psychic connection with Archimedes?
I don't think so. I think it has to be a creature. Let me double check that. So
Yeah, these are a spirit, technically.
yeah, they don't count as creatures.
It's a celestial, fey, or fiend, one of the 3, so...
I mean, I'm gonna have to.
Are we looking up some celestial stuff?
No, not the Find Familiar.
Familiar, a creature.
So making illusions had it around 4 p.m., let's say,
Yeah.
roughly.
So we can until
Um,
midnight.
Okay. You guys are keeping the fire going.
Counts as a
Kushagra.
creature. Nice.
Sick beans.
Oh my god, you get to hear him for the first time.
Oh, that will hurt.
I'm like, yes. What words do you have for me, wise owl? I'm expecting his voice to be like silky and calm and soothing.
It makes you.
When you make eye contact with Lucian, he's just like,
Don't look at me.
Just like,
I didn't choose him, but I
This is
did.
what every owl sounds like.
okay, I have no choice.
The internal
They all sound
monologue or dialogue of every
well, this
owl.
is what Lucian thinks all owls sound
Yeah,
like.
exactly. Yeah.
With my experience with Lispa, she couldn't communicate with me once she got too far ahead. So if you're able to connect,
It's only 1 mile. I won't be able to.
So it'll be like halfway,
Oh.
really, like about maybe there or so. I don't even know.
I thought you said it was 6 miles across the hex.
For each hex, yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be like a little bit of
1-6,
ways up the
yeah.
road.
Yeah.
And
Not
you would
far.
lose your connection anyway. So.
Oh boy.
Good
A
thinking.
good thought, but
And good to know for the future, just in case.
100%.
I'll have to meet Archimedes another day.
Thank God.
Thank God.
no one's upset with that.
That big, guys.
Yeah,
Do
the
they
less he's
establish-
around, the better.
My boy.
I'll establish a link.
Yes.
So the question, I guess, would be how far up the path are you going from where your party is?
It's
In
less.
terms of
It's less
hundreds of
up the
feet.
path. I'd like to be patrolling, because I have a feeling there are going to be scouts in the area. So I just want to be patrolling about maybe like a couple hundred feet in either direction. So I'm like going back and forth through the trees. I'm worried because they could be coming from literally any direction. So I'm just kind of circling the camp in let's say a 100-foot radius.
That's fair.
Okay, great. Scouting the road or scouting boots within woods, 1 to 200 feet around the camp. Great.
I can never spell psychic right.
Okay.
I read it
I
so
know.
many
Oh,
times.
it's
It's
yeah. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yes, Lars.
Visic.
Sigh.
No, there's no
Psychic.
P.
I know, but there
There's no
is.
H. There's no H.
The H comes in later.
Oh, right.
that's physical.
P-S-Y-C-H-I-C.
It doesn't
Psych.
make sense.
It's a terrible word.
Yeah, great.
Swine.
Gibberish.
So yeah, I'm staying by the fire to make sure that it stays lit.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It's easy enough.
6 hours for the psychic.
Staying with you
With who?
with Vashira, I guess.
You,
I'll
Davina,
babysit.
Barrett, and Lucian.
Barrett, you're still with the camp.
Yeah.
Vignar, stay at the camp. Okay.
Vina's also not going to let her out of her sight.
Okay.
Do you want me to
I would like
For
to
Archie.
go to the dragon as well and show her the hedge community.
What's this Minnesotan accent going on there?
She's playing with neck.
He's more than happy
Come on,
to.
dude, the barons. I'm seeing the hedge.
She's got her new shiny bling.
She can't absorb the essence though.
Yeah, nice
Only
thing
once a day.
But she did, like,
Take my 1992 hedge.
Yeah.
The 1990s only has a couple miles on it.
Make sure Vashira doesn't hit you though, because fuck man, that's 3d10 damage.
I'll get you.
She'll fucking punch you.
I will get you.
Or push it to sleep.
Coughs up a gold coin.
damage. Her next attack is
Oh,
gold.
oh.
Because she absorbed the magic.
Oh.
Like, that's why it didn't
I
work.
thought you meant like her.
So yeah, Lucian, do you want to roll me a perception check for Archie?
You betcha.
As you guys begin to kind of settle yourselves in around camp, Archie,
19.
Lucian, you cross
plus
leg and-
3, 22.
your mind separates from your body and you see through the eyes of your 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so as he soars, flying through the air, flying basically the path that leads up, more or less, sees, like, from beyond,
Yeah.
like as he's flying through the air, and the sun is starting to set as he kind of arrives. Oopsies.
Oops.
And he falls from the sky.
He's like 80 feet up in the air. Just
Okay,
good.
good to
So
know.
he's got 120 feet of direct vision.
So just use them for the sake of that.
Keen senses.
Okay, so he starts flying over. He sees the ruined, burned homes, now reduced to ash in piles around Fist Lake. You see the water reflecting the surface of the sun as it begins to set beyond the mountains, heavy shadows come across, and you see dozens of small fires lit around small tents, large tents, hundreds of humanoid orcs milling about Fist Village. It seems that the force that had been sitting up near Clatten Bottoms has for the most part moved down to Fist Village and taken up refuge near the large water source. As all of a sudden an arrow whizzes right past him. I rolled with disadvantage and didn't quite hit him, but
He's going to soar up.
higher.
Higher.
Okay. As he starts to fly upward, another arrow soars past. This one actually is a reasonably good roll for a 16.
Yeah, that'll get him.
As he starts to fly higher, all of a sudden, he's struck.
Shoot. Orcs, you know, we're doing
Connection is severed.
That noise comes out of Lucian's mouth.
Are you okay?
What happened?
I owe Archimedes a fat rat. But what I saw was hundreds of orcs that moved into Fist Village.
That's what I thought. That's what I
The
thought.
armies that we had so thought were up in Clap Bottoms have now moved south.
Which means more probably moving to Clatten.
Precisely.
The gnomes. Winery place.
That's me. What? I'm a gnome.
Sorry, I just couldn't pronounce his name.
Oh, Clatten Bottom. Yes, it's gnomish.
So while that's happening, Shagra, as you're scouting around, roll me a survival check.
Sexy.
Oh god, so terrible. Jesus.
Wait, the what? Real terrible?
The what and the wet? The who and the what?
I heard it. I heard it.
What was it?
18 or a 21 if necessary.
18 will do just fine. So as you begin your kind of circling, night eventually overtakes the day and it becomes darker. You see a small torch within the woods on the northwestern side of where you guys are, maybe like up on this little cliffside here roughly, where you see two figures in the bushes, one holding a torch, the other one kind of like seemingly holding a long bow, just kind of looking over.
I'm sneaking. Have they noticed me yet? No.
God, no, they rolled terribly.
And how far away are they from me?
For the sake of it, we'll say 120 feet. Where you notice them?
Do they look armored?
No. Lightly armored.
And they're humanoid or they're orcs?
Orcs.
Okay.
I'm gonna send out a message saying, I see two scouts, it looks like, on the ridge up ahead. They're about 120 feet away from me, and I'm about 100 feet away from you. What should we do?
I can come and meet you and we can take them out.
Or shall we let them report back, as perhaps they might not find anything?
Doesn't look like they've seen anything yet, but
No.
If they come in and they see us there, they'll report, either they die or they report back that we've taken over this camp and then they send an army.
Or
I've
perhaps
also made.
does it look like they're patrolling, or
Perhaps on their walk, so maybe, but from what you can tell right now, they're either gathering themselves and heading more south, or this is just their area of watching, essentially. Hard to tell from where, but you do see them like kind of stopping for a moment, looking around. You see one of them kind of like struggling for a moment before the torch lights up and kind of.
Perhaps one of us shall go with Kushagra. We'll go find Kushagra. And then, if they were to make haste back, take them up then. Otherwise, they might just be making their routine scouting.
my only worry is that if a fight breaks out and they escape, more will be pouring out this way.
I feel like if we need to send 4 at a time, if we take out 2, we need to send double to take out, so that way we hit and kill.
Quickly and
Hit
quiet.
and kill.
I tend to make a lot of noise when I hit.
Same.
I will go.
I'll go. I think 3-2 is actually not bad, but
That shall be fine.
Alright. I'll wait until you get into position.
So who's going?
Big and
You and Big and Kshagar as well?
I. Alright, he's already
How
out.
high is the ridge that they're on?
About 20 to 40 feet worth of climbing. But there's some like easily accessible areas from this.
We can do it. We're guerrilla warfare people.
You guys are level 10. You're climbing a cliff, it's fine.
I can just walk up it.
Kind of like the idea of like them like peering out over and we're just like fucking ninjas or
So-
SEAL Team 6.
Stuff?
If you guys are going to try and encircle them and stealth them, how close is your objective? Like within striking
I'm
range?
getting as close as he is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to meet up with him.
Yeah.
And stealth and then.
So he's 120 feet away.
Yeah. So that's fine. But then. Yeah, within striking range distance, I guess.
Okay.
Basically.
Get as close as you guys can, suppose. Yeah.
I'd like
Alright.
to circle around behind
Yeah.
so that I'm 60 feet behind them.
Okay.
Oh, I'll take the front then. Like if you want to like sneak attack on the behinds, then I can take the front and they can be distracted by the enemy while you get in the back, basically.
And Big?
I'll follow Tim with that.
Okay. I'll need stealth checks from you guys.
Yeah.
I'll need 2 from you, Kshagar, because you're moving twice.
Big and Tim.
Around them, around them, and then around. They're moving into position, waiting, and then you're getting behind them.
That's fine. I'm protecting his body.
Honestly, 1 is probably fine. We'll just do 1
take it out
for
too.
the sake of it.
Sure.
Whatever you want, baby. Stealth is my jam.
Falcon punch!
24.
Show me your moves.
Show me move!
24 or 26.
I have it. I'm just saying. I have it.
Hajun punch!
Rum and cola.
Rum and cola!
Hilarious.
Play Smash right now. Right now.
Oh, I don't have it.
So 20,
Wow, that's
4
what I
or
was
6.
like. I meant
24 is fine?
2.
I only have
Tim
3.
Bell, stealth roll.
22.
18.
Okay.
Well done, lads. And lady.
I'm waiting for you to start, Tim Hill. You send a signal. And
So-
the signal is screaming.
great. You'll hear it.
How far away from you are
Let's
you?
scream.
Oh, wait.
I know exactly what you said. It made perfect
How
sense.
far away are you arming?
How far away is he from me?
About 60 feet. Because if you're
Great.
below you're about to climb up, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm 60 feet behind them, and they're right.
Okay,
at
well,
the-
to make
They're
this
maybe 10 or so feet in from the actual ridge
to
itself.
make this super fun, I'll expend 2 key points to put my visage on, and that means I can speak to Kshagra and just Kshagra within 60 feet.
Okay.
But we have a mental beat.
I know, but it's fun. Let me do stuff.
Okay.
As you guys come up with this plan and begin to move yourselves into position, you and Vignar are how far apart from each other? Like next to each other?
5 feet, maybe.
Okay,
Maybe.
so you guys are coming up, and then Kshagar's sneaking behind. So for the sake of like Kshagar's quite fast on his feet, I'll allow for him to get in behind them as you guys are setting up. Or Tim, as you guys kind of climbing up the ridge, you hear this kind of like as Vignar, you lift your heavy foot onto a rock that comes loose from the cliffside, and you hear it kind of thud, 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 with the orcs kind of.
Okay. Better go check it out.
One of them
like a video
starts moving towards where you guys are.
Great. I'm gonna like hoist myself. I'm just walking up this cliffside also. I don't need to climb it.
There's something called
I
like
walk.
physics and momentum.
I walk up it and then I just walk around to be on top of
You can't. You don't have to crouch. You can't
Crouching
really
Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You're just like kind of dancing up the wall, like without even touching
Can you
it.
just let me have it?
That's
I know I can't literally do it. Okay.
okay.
Can you let me have this?
Anyway, so
I'm gonna. If he's peering over,
as you're coming
I'm
over, you
up.
see this orc head just loom right over the edge.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Are we in tackle?
Hajun punch!
Hajun punch.
Say for the sake, he doesn't see you. He does see Vignar,
I almost added my thing.
so I'll give you advantage for the sake that you are stealth. But they rolled a natural 19 on the dice. I would say.
I was so close to adding my fate thing for you, my boon, but
18.
18 sounded
I know,
good.
that's why I was
Yeah,
like, okay, I'll leave it. Right?
it was
Yeah.
good. It was good.
Yeah.
Okay, but I have my arms up, so.
But you're like 5 feet behind her, like just
Okay.
right there.
Oh, sorry. Did you say it was with Okay, well, I rolled a 28.
Hits, yeah.
Yeah, Falcon Punch and Claw.
Oh, man.
7 points of damage.
Okay.
I get attack again?
Yep.
With advantage again, or just the regular now? Yeah. Regular?
Just regular, yeah. As you kind of see a tooth just fly into the air.
Dirty 20?
Yep.
Dirty.
That's 9 points of damage.
Nice. Okay.
Bonus action.
Flurry of blows.
He did the whole, what's that, Ip Man. I fucking love Ip
Speed
Man
back.
so much.
Yeah,
Hashtag,
sure.
shout out to Ip Man movies on Netflix. You know,
Yes. So 27?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're on that movie.
Dice is failing me.
Fuck yeah, that's 11 points of damage.
Alright.
This is all force damage, by the way.
Yep.
And then one more hit. That's a natty one.
Okay.
Did you use your...
No, it's still, even if I rolled a 10, it would still only be an 11 to hit.
Inspo?
So.
Okay, you have your
But
inspiration.
let's go, I'm gonna use it. Thank you. That's a 15 on die. That's a 24.
Hits.
Nice.
For 9 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep.
How much was total that round?
So, I don't know.
We're gonna see.
What's on a 7?
1 HP.
What, did he go into Relentless in these
And
applications?
Kushaga, you have a
Oh,
moment.
that's true. Is he in Relentless? And, oh.
I'm gonna sneak attack his friend beside him.
Okay. An attack roll. Advantage. Oh, yeah. And Dick, we're going to do an initiative roll just between you
Nat
and
20.
I.
Oh, nice! Yes!
Crit? Crit? With a sneak attack?
Do it.
Oh my god.
Put in some more dice.
I got you, fam.
Is this the first critical
I think it
attack?
is. I think it is.
I mean,
3 sixes?
Okay, 1,
Just
2,
initiative?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
How many more do you need?
Those will just basically be turned whether they go or you go. Okay, so
I have
they'll go just before you
more,
then.
and then...
Oh!
No, wait, I think I'm good. Yeah, so it's just the...
He might live through this, so the
Times
dice will matter, and for sure.
oh, that's so fun.
I'm not my answer.
Do it, baby.
Fuck you! Fuck me! Let's see. We got 3 sixes.
Nice.
18.
18, 20. Let's do...
Remember, one of them is maxed as well, not rolled.
Oh.
For the crit.
Great. You want me to reroll or
Just choose
just
one,
to
it's
take
fine.
Take a 1. Take a
I'll
1.
take a 4. Just to be fair.
I would
Good
take
It's
a
move.
likely you'll get over his,
I took a 3
regular
or 4. Yeah.
health. Sure.
wow.
So that's 4. 36, 37, 39 points of psychic damage.
Okay, as you just see his body before his one arm just kind of slaps, like he's on relentless right now.
Bonus action.
I flick him.
Bonus action, second. That's a nut 1! I'm using my inspiration!
Yeah.
Or lucky.
If you use for inspiration quick, you have more opportunities to
To get more inspiration.
Yeah, it's true.
So that's going to be a 6 plus 6 is a 12 plus 9. So
Hits.
Yes.
Nice.
He's dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's
got
dead.
one.
His like hand lifts up for a moment before.
Oh, I forgot to add 4 onto that, but it doesn't.
Yeah, he's
matter. Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
He's dead, Jim.
Okay, so that was you guys getting the jump. They get the guy with 1 hit point. It's just gonna.
Come
well,
on,
let's see
baby.
here. Okay, yeah, he's gonna try and make an attack at you. Yeah.
Because he's smart.
Natural 3 on the dice. Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch.
Swings towards you. You can make it. Actually, it's Vic's turn. So you climb an extra 5 feet to get up on the top.
Yep.
See this orc like make a wild swing towards Timdale, who like backflips away from
Is
it.
that 26 with the javelin?
Yeah,
Just
he's got 1 HP. So that takes him down to relentless.
Yeah, and then there's a 29 on that one.
As you just stab him through the air and his body kind of squirming like
That is some SEAL Team 6 shit right there.
slides down
I'm
onto
gonna
the...
climb up the rest
Seal
of the
Team
way,
10.
and then I'm gonna talk to Kushagra in his ear, not in his head.
How did she do that?
How did she do
How
it?
does she bloody do that?
Nice.
Nice. Thank you. Right?
Um,
You like that?
took
Nice
him out.
little Muppets.
Took him out, Vashira. Yeah, you helped. I guess that's true. Yeah.
Alright.
That's creepy. I don't know if I like that. Is that what it feels like for me when I do it to other people?
No, this is tickling your ear.
Oh, I can feel the wind. It's like you're right there. All right. Let's take him back.
You hear the kind of crunching of bone as Vignar like pulls free the javelin, and the orc just drops.
Yikes.
All right, let's carry these back.
Okay, I'm going to carry mine.
I gotta carry an orc
Or
back.
should we butcher them here?
I carry them
smarter?
both back. I'm okay.
What's your strength?
What's my strength? With my arms?
No, well, yeah, if you're astral form, I guess,
I
yeah.
have a +8 on strength first.
Yeah, you'll be fine, I'm sure. You guys dragging them back
Or
to
strength
camp, though?
checks too.
No, let's just do it here.
Okay.
Instead of moving them around. Let's hack them up. I have a dagger, I think.
Remember, the dagger it doesn't cut. It only.
Oh yes, right.
So I can make many little holes.
How long?
Never be able to live that down.
was
Realize that.
That was insane. It was a fucking net.
It's just literally Matt being like, rules of throw, and I was like, this is the dumbest fucking.
You're like the least rule flowery person I know.
Alright, you know what?
I know.
This isn't working. I'll go find the sticks.
Vig's just gonna
So
take
you're
that
beheading
great-
them, and
Yeah, Vig's just gonna take the greatsword out after seeing Kushaga just stab it a bunch.
one clean swipe. The head just plop.
I'll get the sticks.
Yeah, get the sticks.
But the heads are are we putting the sticks on heads or the heads on sticks? Do you know where I am?
Yes,
where you are?
How far away are you from me?
That was great.
Sticks on heads.
Yes, heads on sticks.
Am I putting them here?
Yes.
Oh, are we just gonna find all the skills to do the exact same thing?
I think just any time we
Oh,
come
we're going
across
to
an
have like a
orc,
whole
we should just do
That's a
this.
good idea.
That's what I mean.
We'll spook them when the next scout comes.
Perfect.
So as you guys do that, no problem.
And yeah, let's go back to camp.
Yep.
Make sure everyone's still alive.
You guys go back.
Ooh, I
As
come
the
back, I'm all crystally and shit.
like sun has probably fully set by now and is pretty much just dark. Only the light from the campfire illuminating the circle around you guys. As you come back, covered in a little bit of blood, but nothing particular.
I'm sitting in front of Davina, who has Vashira, and I'm telling her stories of the stuff that we did, and shifting into the people as I'm telling, like,
man.
She's
Their
like, if there was
perspectives.
popcorn, she'd be eating it.
essentially giving a full performance of switching back and forth.
Just little chopped up bits of orc. She's like,
We took out some skits.
I look at a U.S. pickle.
I hate that.
Hello.
I'd rather die. Thank you.
Timdale was quite formidable. Seems there's still some anger left from yesterday.
And the rest of my life.
True. Yes. There's some pent up animosity over there.
Come here. I love the animosity in your
Nope.
face.
I'm alright, thank you.
Better you than me.
so as you guys gather back around the campsite, assumedly taking rest for the night, though.
Yep. Well, yeah. What is our plan? Are we attacking in the morning, or like why?
Try
why are
to
we
hit
staying
them,
here?
then hit and run? I don't know.
Wouldn't it be better to do that at nighttime?
Would be in our best interest to do it at nighttime, yes.
And are we going back to town after this? What are we doing?
After the orcs? Or
I mean, I think we would like, it would be a good idea to, if we can, to try to seal off the way that they're coming in.
that would mean killing hundreds of orcs.
I wonder if there's a way to get there and get out before, without going above them, maybe instead of through them.
Or we go through them, get reinforcements from Freeheart. We know that they're coming this way, right? Leaving Freeheart with less power to bring the power here. Your siblings are incredibly powerful. They helped us, they saved us in the fight against Avondale. With their help, we know that we can take out 150 orcs on our own. It did expend us of all that we were worth, but maybe if we have more people, we'll be able to do more. I agree that it would be nice to just be able to seal up where they're coming through. But then we're still left with them. Don't they have to die someday?
We do have to end them. And close it off.
Closing it off prevents them from retreating and prevents them from...
But it leaves them on our side. If we close it off, the only way they come is south.
I think they need to have the option to flee and run away. I don't want to kill every single orc that's here. I just want Kurgoth, right? I can't remember his name. And then scare enough of them by devastating whatever ranks they have so that they have no choice but to flee. That's always been my vote. And I think right now, seeing as how yesterday's battle went, I'm going to say again that I think hit and run tactics are what we should be doing. Fly in, throw down devastation, and get out. If we do that over the course of several nights, they won't. The 200 that are there won't last.
This is a good plan.
So, as you guys talk around the fire, as it again dips into a little bit more night, maybe 7 o'clock or so, coming up with some plans, thinking about things, that is where we'll end our session for tonight.
Alright. Let's go. Let's take out some orcs.
Mini-World Masters Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people, and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.